unique moments for certain players. And we had some canon stuff happen off camera. But I'm going to start with something I need to retcon. I, in a personal with, to try to keep things vague so that people maybe can't figure out backstories, in a personal with one of the players, if you go rewatch the VODs, you'll figure out which one. I mentioned a sister. That was wrong. Very wrong. It was supposed to be wife. And they can't be the same thing because that would be really bad. So we're gonna retcon it. The sister is now the wife. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna retcon it. I said what? I did not say sister. So no Oedipus shit going on here. All right. With that, we'll go ahead and get into introductions. No particular order here. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look like Ayosha's ready. He seems to be pretty focused. So we'll go ahead and go with Bandit. Bandit, go ahead and give us your introduction, please.
Okay, if then only I can go back to sleep afterwards. Hello, I am Brent, and I am playing a bandit. My fun fact for today is after Bandit got back from his first extravaganza, his first outing, the one where he met and befriended another gunslinger, well, the one that taught him, Big B, of course. When he got back home, he found out that his whole lab, his workshop, the place he had done all of his work up until leaving, had been forcibly inherited by another Mopok, a younger guy, little dude named Deck, that was equally as fascinated in the machinations Bandit had created and left behind, and was working on some of his own projects. Specifically, when Bandit got back, he was trying to forge himself a knife.
You left out the best part about that story. Another time, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Ayosha, go ahead and give us your introduction.
What's up? My name is Michael. I play Ayosha. Ayosha's dealing with a little case of bronchitis right now. He's drinking plenty of water, trying to wet up his throat so it's not so dry. But a more interesting fact about him is that he thinks that abstract art is a bunch of bullshit. He thinks that true art is representing the beauty of the natural world. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, actually, a little bit more. He's also okay with obviously poetry, about your feelings and stuff, but abstract stuff doesn't really interest him. Enter.
All right. Dante, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Ian. I play Dante, or very
Testing.
lovable dummy.
Um,
And Dante's fun fact
I don't hear the echo.
about this week is he always tries to be sneaky. But one day when he was trying to sneak around in someone's house, probably leaving, like a little, wink wink.
Interesting.
He bumped into a shelf and caused all the glass to fall and break. He then proceeded to lay on the floor and act like a piece of glass.
All right, I was doing an audio check, and then I clock back in, and I hear Dante act like a piece of glass.
You want me to read it back?
Press.
Did it work?
Prestidigitation.
Did it work?
Whatever that's
No,
that's what he did.
He tried.
When I press digitation.
What the fuck is this spell called?
Prestidigitation.
Up next, yogurt. Yogurt. Good food.
Yogurt.
Go ahead and get us started.
I eat yogurt. I am a dwarf. And my fun fact for the day is that Yolgrid's favorite type of music is the traditional what's it called? I almost said dark elf, dark dwarf, Duergar music, which is somewhere between bagpipe music and metal.
Rock and Stone.
Rockin' stone.
I love it.
All right. He's got the rockin' stone. Leo.
Hello, I am Clark. I play Leo Greshi Zunderfall. Quick fun fact. Leo has a morning routine. It's fairly simple. He wakes up, prays, gets a little bit of exercise in, a little bit of stretching, starts his day, and then he gets a meal. He isn't particularly happy when someone interrupts this daily routine, but he's not going to say anything about it. He's just a little angrier the entire day. Just a little bit.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
Does it compound every day?
All right.
You'll have to find out.
Leo's gonna be like in the middle of his morning meal, just and then Alyosha's gonna walk up, and Leo's like having his peaceful moment. Alyosha walks up. Leo, hey, where do I take a shit in this sphere?
Oh my fucking god.
It's just there's nowhere good. It's all open.
Oh come on, I can annoy him worse than that.
I believe that.
Be my guest.
Alrighty, Menadina, go ahead, give us your introduction.
Hey everyone,
Gives me an idea.
I'm Elena. I play Menadina, the badass bitch with a scythe. Fun fact about Menadina is that she's broken her arm before. Coincidentally, it was the arm that was cut off.
It's no longer broken.
You'll never run into that problem again.
Uh-huh. I guess. In a way.
I know. You don't have to guess. I know.
Prosthetics can break.
What?
Yeah, just look at them.
prosthetics.
Yeah, prosthetics can break. Just look at the most recent season of Invincible. All right. Who wants to
enough.
do the recap? I feel like we're close enough to a new arc that we can do a player reset, so everybody can give recaps again. Plus, I think we had made it all the way through, so we'll just reset anyways. I lost track of who it was. That's why we're resetting.
I did too.
I did mine last week.
It does
You
mean
did
that a
yours.
Dante recap is available.
The
Is
Dante
available.
recap was available before, but there were two other people who hadn't gone before me.
Fair.
I was keeping track.
Oh, you were keeping track.
Yes, the two that haven't done it were Iosha and Yolgren.
I mean, if one of them wants to do it, then they can.
There's no way. I did not come prepared for this.
I didn't either. I don't remember what happened last session.
All right, then we will reset.
Dante
And
recap.
Dante will close out this arc, and everybody will get a reset after Dante goes.
Hold on. I have to check on something. It's important.
I'm gonna
Just
recap
continue.
while he's gone.
to be
Looks
him.
like there's just these fucking dark elves outside. I guess we have to go fight them now. Not like I wanted to do that. Well, that fight was kind of shitty. I did kill more people than Bandit, so that's a win in my book. There's now a dude who's talking to us like he owns the place or something, and he's telling us to meet him at some place called the Capitol. I guess we're going that way. I don't know why we're following this mysterious dude who's talking to us like he's possessed. It's kind of fucking weird. Well, we made it to a stopping place for the night, which is nice. Didn't really want to walk all the way to the Capitol today. And, well, the guy tried to keep walking. So I tied him up. You know, like how cows used to be tied up and stuff. The party didn't seem to like that, but Well, did they know that later in the night, another dude, who was probably possessed by the same motherfucker, would just come in and untie him after all the work I put in? You know who stopped me from just killing the dude right off? Leo. He's now my #1 threat.
Fair.
Well, we wake up and I guess we're making our way to another town. Apparently, this one's not the capital. The guy said that the capital's further past this one. I think. I don't remember. I stopped listening to him. Anyways, that's all I have written here.
All right.
The
We go
last
to the
bit
lore
is that
keeper.
we got there. We got
We
to
go
the
to the
capital.
lore keeper. Bandit.
Okay. I'm gonna reread this as I go.
How did Dante make no mention? Just while you read, just give you some time. How did Dante make no mention of we must go to the capital? We must go to the capital every 30 seconds.
That motherfucker was not on watch.
That was
Oh, yeah, Dante took no watches.
watch.
Leo and I took watches, and we wanted to kill ourselves.
Leo's
Because we
gonna
all
be
decided
sleeping. Leo's gonna
this
be
stupid ass
sleeping.
party.
And y'all are gonna be like somebody for once, like we'll say, like Dante finally got voluntold to do watch. Leo's gonna be sleeping, and Dante's just gonna hear Leo going, "We must go to the capital. Shut the fuck. We must go to the capital. We must we must go to the."
Traumatizing.
I'm gonna slap that dude awake.
I still can't believe we long rested in the middle of a fucking road like some fucking idiots.
Yeah, because I was tired.
I don't
I
give two
was
fucks.
EP, says Bandit.
Now Ayosha's here and we can tiny hut.
You've been able to tiny hut this whole time. You just didn't know it.
I forgot about it. I think it's soundproof. That said, I forgot my character sheet.
If it's soundproof, you could like, as a bard, you could tiny hut. Never mind. I'll let you use your imagination.
So the majority of the session was the fight where we took on endless waves of civilians, slaughtering them because they're civilians. Well, they were angry at us, but they were also civilians, so they were easy to kill.
They're possessed.
That's pretty fun.
After several waves of them, a drow voice who we're presuming to be the archpriest spoke through one of them, and said,
Definitely the archpriest.
paraphrasing, "This isn't what I was expecting. You all could be useful. You'll make your way to Velahir, the capital. The bounty of Vanir belongs to the Dark Elves. You take our stuff, I turn my sentinels back on. Effectively, in a weird way, holding us hostage, and directing us to the capital. We passed through several towns on the way there. The first one, Refnor. We went all the way through it. An agricultural town with plenty of, presumably the Underdark equivalent of farm animals, ponds and lakes and tall trees that are possibly notably not old. So maybe the area was clear cut or burned down at some point, and there's no old growth anymore. Passed over the Mintha River on the way there, or followed the Mintha River, I guess, at that point.
Yes, you walked along it.
Posted. Past the Three Sages Lake. Went through the town of. I spelled this way too provocatively, so I'm gonna fix it.
Ooh, how'd you spell it?
Bandit pronounced it cunt upon reading the sign. Bandit read the street sign for it and said cunt.
I didn't have the E in there. So
it was pronounced. It was spelled Cuenth.
Yeah, I didn't have the E.
Kunth.
I have a note I don't know what it means. Terala Sandrala, an hour in a different city. Jared can add the context to whatever that means later. I didn't note that one well enough. Continuing down the east coast, between the river and the sea, we made it to Veli here, which was described as similar in size to the Glimmering City. Does have its own bubble of safety. However, the city isn't as fortified as Glimmering City is. There's no real walls. It's open. We saw the darkness reaching into some of the houses. There were elves that wandered the streets that were not consumed. And the ocean is fairly visible from the city. I mean, if you look at this map, it's actually just surrounding it. It's on a peninsula. Aesthetic descriptions of the buildings and such. The Sentinel left. Oh yeah, they're communist. That's relatively important.
The way you said that, oh yeah, they're communist.
Well, yeah, because I just have in my notes they're commies, LMAO. And then we
not wrong.
are about to go into the Archpriest's building. Is it the Seat of the Air on the map, or is that the building across the street?
Yes, the Seat of the Air.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we're going to the Seat of the Air.
Mm-hmm.
We did meet the Archpriest. He's a twink.
And he is
Picking
known
up
as the Ascendant
Father
of Control.
Kelleror.
Picking
Yes,
up
and of control.
from a little bit before y'all meet Kelleror, we're going to run back something that happened off stream. That is canon, as the players have asked for it to be canon. So this is just before entering Kelleror's temple. We'll say maybe you're in a waiting room awaiting audience. And Yolgrid has pulled aside Leo to make a request of him. And I'm going to have everybody deafen because this was done in private. Waiting on one deafen from Michael, who's... Oh, there we go. All right.
There he goes.
So Yolgrid, you initiated this, so you approach Leo, and Leo's kind of looking over his notes, what he knows about these people, what he's learned, getting ready for this very important meeting with the Drow, and you walk up to present information to him.
Hey, Leo.
Yes, Yogurt.
Look, before we go in there, just I gotta talk to the Drow guy about something. The Drow leader.
What is it?
My crystal told me that I need to ask the Drow about something very specific about Tech of Ages Past. And I just know already that if I say something out of line, Menadina is going to be on my ass. So,
she will be.
Need you to have my back here when I go behind her back and just talk to the Drow leader about this.
Of course.
Because I trust my crystal more than I trust her.
Fair enough. I will assist you in this. I will keep Mene at bay best I can.
Wonderful. And thank you for this. I trust you, I think you're one of the best of us here.
Thank you, Yogurt. Kind words. Well, I'll do what I can to deal with Mene. If you need to ask of anything else, feel free to do so. I will be here waiting.
Okay.
I think we're good there.
All right. Make the universal symbol. Universal symbol till they all notice it. Did Tyler fall asleep? I think.
No, he's looking at his phone or something.
Brenda's collapsed into a coma. He's gone. Rest his soul. I hope he finally gets the sleep he went. Oh, he did undeafen.
There he
Okay, so
goes.
he's not
They're
asleep.
good. They're good. They're good.
All right.
We're good.
All right.
Everything's
So
fine.
at this point,
Everything's
we'll pick
kosher.
up where we left off.
Fine dandy.
You all are ushered into this large room. Braziers light the way to a throne that is too big for the person that sits upon it. A kind of maybe short for an elf, maybe 5'8". Not muscular, but not fat. He's kind of just skinny. Elf sits upon this throne that's too big for him, trying to fill it. He's kind of got one leg crossed across his, like, not fully cross-legged. He's kind of just spread out in the throne as you guys come in, and behind him the darkness kind of perfectly falls behind the throne, as if this building was built into the dark. And he goes, welcome to the seat of the air. I am Kelleror, heir of the Underdark, ascendant of control. And as he kind of moves about in the throne, you can see there are tendrils, so the same ones you saw connecting to the drow out in Vengear, connected to him in all different places as he comes away in a way that you can kind of see behind him. You've made your way into my country, invaded my borders. I imagine you have reason to do such a thing. Why are you here?
Is this the capital?
Yes, you have arrived in the capital.
I turn to the person leading us here. You can stop saying it now.
Oh, he walked away a while ago.
He left us at the entrance of the capital.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I apologize if my sentinels annoyed you with their antics. They operate on a low wavelength so that I maintain control. They do it willingly.
Willingly?
Are they not consumed? Are you not consumed?
Oh, I am more. I'm far more than consumed.
Oh my god.
And consumed, the word you use, it's not. We call it here smothered. They have been covered by the darkness. Its embrace.
You all respect it.
It is one of the great aspects of our mother.
Even when it takes your people
The
and
fuck
kills.
is mother?
This is from Oedipus' ass sexualization of luminosity.
We consider the Underdark our mother. It provides
Mother.
for us.
Mothering.
It services you.
Sure, if that is how you wish to put it. He kind of stands up from the throne and steps down a small staircase. It's kind of up on a platform. And yes, these tendrils remain connected to him as he steps forward. And there are a lot of them. It almost is like one large mass that's connected to him, but you can see that they're individual as they snake out to the wall behind him. So, you have yet to tell me. You must be here for a reason. That reason could be all sorts of things, but I am curious. You've come here, you've interrupted the balance of my country, but I think we may find use for your presence. But I know you will not work for free. So I offer you two things. One, tell me what you're looking for. I'm sure I'm all powerful. I can achieve whatever it is you search. Two, I'll let you walk free instead of killing you for trespassing upon my grounds.
You asked us to come here.
I did not ask you to come into my country. You were told to leave. And he kind of looks at you all and he goes, that one there. I told him to go. You were all resting. I figured he'd deliver my message. Points at Bandit.
Do you want a reaction? He doesn't have one.
Oh my god.
So
But here you are.
I just want to get this straight. You told him to leave. You didn't tell any of us to leave, other than him. So therefore, I am not trespassing because you asked me to come here.
Oh my god.
I'm never failed by your logic, Dante.
Look,
And
I
what say you protects you from my wrath?
I don't know.
Protects us from your wrath.
He's looking directly at Dante. After Dante like sassed him a little
after
bit.
Dante did that. Yeah.
I don't know. You're the one that asked me here.
He kind of looks at his hand and closes a pinky into his fist, and a tendril snakes down from above and kind of idles in the air next to Dante's head, and then he closes his ring finger and his middle finger, and two more snake to Dante's feet and his pointer finger. And he goes, "You're here by my will."
Correct. Because you asked me to come here.
Oh my god.
No.
now Dante, don't provoke him. We don't
I'm
need
not
that right
provoking
now.
him. I'm just giving him what. I'm just telling him exactly what has gone
Clearly,
down.
this man
for
has
us
no
to be
charge
here.
amongst you. Of whom
Correct.
should I speak with?
Doesn't take a genius to deduce that.
Yogurt,
Kinda
wish
does.
you
We're a bit of a
wish to speak
clusterfuck.
with him.
I would. But first, let's set the standard. We're here for information.
The
Right
drow have been
now,
here.
my
Go
country
ahead.
lives in darkness. I am known as a Duskwalker. We venture into the darkness seeking information. The amount that we have does not fulfill the amount that we need. Rumors tell me that you aren't as bad as we seem to think you are. So here's your chance to prove it. What do you know about what we call the darkness, about what you call the mother?
A gift from her.
The mother and the darkness are not the same. He looks behind him. What you call the darkness, we call the smothering tide. Mother is the Underdark. It provides for us. It takes care of us. The smothering tide is one of the many aspects of the Underdark. There is its depths, its darkness, its creatures, its flora. There are many things that make it ours. What you seek is information on our newest aspect, the smothering tide.
Yes.
That information is privy, but it is something I might be able to give you. Access to our libraries comes at a cost, and I'm sure they are greater than anything your dwarves could have ever written. Our lives are greater, longer.
Oh my god.
Our documents go much back.
Yes, because you're older doesn't mean they're greater. I've seen you elves and stories
Oh my
get
god.
complacent and old and
Maybe. But when it comes to documenting the changes here within our great labyrinth, we do not miss any small heartbeat of a creature.
See?
so what is your payment?
I require assistance. You
That
have shown
depends.
prowess in combat. There is a nuisance of a woman that I've struggled to maintain.
You need
And
dating advice.
No, I need someone to bring me her head.
That is not
Why?
dating. That is not dating.
You wish to be rid of her.
I wish to be rid of her.
Depends what woman. We're not mercenaries.
I
I
need to
think
know a
that
lot of
might be a little bit
details
more
about who
of what we are
this
right now.
person is before I can give an adequate answer.
Actually, as a mercenary.
Bandit,
Actually,
I'd
we're all
recommend keeping your mouth shut.
mercenaries.
We're
Technically.
basically all mercenaries.
What this woman do to you that you need her head? Women they
She-
burn me many times, but I never need their head.
She presents a threat to the stability of my nation.
I see.
She maintains her presence beyond my reach, within the darkness, but is capable of denying my control. This I cannot abide by.
Capable of doing what now?
Denying my control.
Yeah. Name.
He kind of thinks for a moment and he goes, her name is Halig. It is likely you've never heard of her.
Hey,
I'm
leg.
getting a phone call.
Hey, leg my balls.
If
What's up,
that's
bro?
Nick, I swear to fucking God.
All right.
Oh, you
Her name
got
is Halig.
Oh, Halig.
I see. Yes, we've never heard of her ourselves. Suppose how might we find her? And what can we expect? You say that she resists your control.
I
What
have
else can we expect?
I have someone you can converse with who's been keeping track of that information for me. I send sentinels smothered over in that direction here and there and try to get an idea of where she is. I know for the most part she's at least on the western side of my country, over near the mines, but I don't know if she's in the north or the south. So I recommend you speak with one of my more informed individuals. I can have them get communications with you tomorrow.
I see.
Let's see.
When you say she's able to resist your control, what you mean? What kind of control?
What kind of
Is this
control?
like spell? Is this government? What is what you do?
He raises
try to
his
do.
hand behind him, and you see him kind of like his fingers kind of feel over all of the tendrils coming off of him into the darkness, and they almost look like they have weight the way he like brushes against them, and then he grabs one of them, and he pulls it off, and he holds it for a moment, and then he seems to be like concentrating, and then he reconnects it, and then shortly later, you see a figure just kind of open the doors like a drow male. We'll say he's like 6'2", looks fairly strong. Opens the doors and walks in, and he is not there. He looks completely consumed, as y'all have come to call it. And he goes, "This is one of my sentinels. They are smothered. He chose this life willingly, as most of my men do."
Are you able to control all consumed or only some?
Those that are within my reach, which expands every day.
I'm curious. Are there others like you able to
No.
control those
No,
who are smothered?
I am the only of the Ascendant.
I
The
lean over
Ascendants, but they
to
have a name.
That doesn't
Ayosha.
seem right.
I lean over to Ayosha and go, hey, buddy, hey, so can this guy can he like control you? Because you used to be like consumed.
I don't think so. I don't think even when I was consumed, I don't think he would be able to do that. He only has control over whatever his domain is. I don't think he has control over us. We could find out maybe one day. Maybe one day he make me like stab someone, but not now.
I like take a step back. It's like
So are you consumed like Everlast? Or sorry,
Oh,
Ascendants like
Jax.
you like an Everlast or
The Everlast are mere myth, we feel at this point. We haven't seen them in so long.
If I was Everlast, I wouldn't want to go down here either. So I don't blame them.
The last written, I mean, even a vision from an Everlast. Maybe 26,000 years ago? I mean, none of
mean,
us
there
were
were-
I
even.
guess they just don't like down here.
I mean,
I
there
think
was a group on the surface. That I've heard the name a couple times bouncing around. The Everlast Hunters. I guess they hunted Everlasts.
Maybe it is different up there. But they do not grace our wonderful Underdark with their presence. And so, as Ascendant, I am the leader, the heir of the Underdark.
You keep saying air. Like there's air all around us. We're breathing it in.
Wrong
not
air.
that kind of air. Dunce.
This is actually really interesting, but it's called a homophone. Homo means same, phone means sound.
You think I
And
don't
when
like
two
gay people?
words sound like each other, no, not like this. We don't do this in my country. Okay? Homo. Oh, I guess I
What
know
is
something
happening?
Homo
I love this.
same,
What
phone
is happening in
sound,
my
and so
court?
when two words. Okay, I explain this to him later. Okay, let's go, guys. I think we bring her head.
I want.
Hold
It
on,
sounds
I'm
like
not
we
done.
have a day. We have a
I'm
day.
not done either.
I was not quite done. Thirds.
Fourth.
Sounds like none of you are done.
Fourths.
I have
Okay,
another thing to ask
you are in
about.
my court. Make your requests. If you bring me her head,
Can
there
I
is nothing I
position
wouldn't.
myself in a way that would make sense here, Jared?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You're positioned where you want to be positioned.
Sounds good.
All right.
Are we sneak attacking this guy?
I'm going
No.
to
No.
hold up my crystal. What do you know about these?
I've seen visions through my sentinels of your Dwarven brothers wearing them when we've interacted with them in the mine. Interacted is a strong word. Cut them down in the mines that we've ran into. They seem to give you jurisdiction and prevent the smothering tide from coming over you. What
Indeed,
about
they're
it?
quite interesting creations. I'm not too fond of their creation process myself. But this one seems a little special. It's been speaking to me.
Interesting.
It's told me to come to you for advice. To
What
search
advice
for...
do you seek?
It says you would have technology long lost, and that you would understand what that meant.
Make an insight check.
Ooh. Hold up.
And Leo, you were told of this plan, so you also make an insight check.
Sounds good.
Ooh. Dice, cloud. I gotta figure out what my modifier is.
16.
Okay, that's gonna be good enough.
I said ooh because I rolled an 8, but I have
okay,
plus
the
8.
question's
so.
going to catch him off guard, so he's going to have
12.
a low modifier here. 12. Okay, so with a 12, he kind of at looking at you, he doesn't seem to he kind of is just stroking his chin. He doesn't seem to have any tells of whether or not he knows anything. But as you ask that question, Leo, you're kind of positioned in between Yogurt and Menadina's a little bit far away, so you've got kind of a side view of him, and you see his mouth kind of twitch a little bit, and it looks like maybe he does know something. And he goes, "I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I mean, if you were to bring me her head, I'm sure I could have our greatest technicians find whatever it is that you're seeking. I mean, a crystal speaking with you is strange. Do you think you'd be willing to let us examine it, or is it something you would not part with?"
Absolutely not.
That is fair.
I will not be parting with this. Well, I suppose I can't force you to speak, but
No, we will. While you venture forth to return with her top, I will do the research necessary to figure out that information. We
you
have.
want me to cut her top off?
Yes,
That's kinda
her
weird.
upper half, her head.
Oh, I see.
What did you think I meant?
You shouldn't phrase it that way. It's kind of weird.
My phrasing is perfect.
I wouldn't piss this guy off, man. I nudge Yogurt.
I would not recommend doing that as well.
If I may ask, before I am all for this. I am all for this bringing of her top to you. But are you able to cure one's mind, one's memories? I was once hit by the smothering tide. I was once smothered. And in doing so, I lost everything in here.
Oh, you were blessed by the presence of Mother. Well, what do you remember of your past?
Jared, what do I remember?
You remember you're a veteran of the war between the Drow and the dwarves. You remember a tavern, a family. It gets hazy after that. You know that you don't belong in the Underdark, but you don't know where you do belong.
I conveyed that to him. I was veteran and I fight these dirt elves. And I have family. I have family above ground. But I don't remember nothing about this. And I know they are all probably dead now, but
I will let the
perhaps
dirt
they can
elf
live
comment
on.
slide because I assume it is propaganda coming from your past life. But I suggest you not say that amongst my people. They might.
I look around. Are they all dark elves?
Yes.
I apologize for this. I am old man, you know. I am 3,000 years old. Old habits. Very sorry, very uneducated.
3,000 years old. You are human, are you not? That is abnormal.
Does well. My liege, my heir. You would know above all else that this smattering, it stops time. It stops aging.
It is true. Well, our stories tell of a... We have many documents about the war in our library. You are human. The war, the books we have on the war do tell a story of a human. You should make your way to the old castle. This one I had built for myself, as the Underdark does belong to me. So make your way to the old castle, the library there, potentially. As a token of my gratitude, I'll have them provide you with that information early, to show that I do plan on keeping our arrangement. Any other questions?
Yes, it was on the topic of healing. I was also touched in a ways by a roper and on the way over here, and well, as now it hurts whenever I kind of bend over as a burning and like my lower chest areas, and is mighty distracting. I'll tell you what.
It won't be good for battle, probably.
Yeah, this is gonna have to be an upfront kind of thing. Otherwise, I ain't gonna be quite as effective as I'd like to be in this cuttings of tops offs.
Yes, that would be quite unfortunate. He reaches behind him again and feels around until eventually he grabs one, pulls it off, and then reconnects it. I have sent for one of my older sentinels, a priest from times gone. Potentially, they'll still have access to their healing magic. We'll see what they can do. They should arrive in the morning.
The humblest gratitudes heir of the smothering mother.
He grins in appreciation. He seems to have liked that you tried to flatter him. Just the fact that you attempted to flatter him has brought him joy.
Good, because
I
there
like
was a
this guy. He
genuine.
seems genuine.
Ugh.
He seems, I mean, he's obviously a
Fine.
little power hungry, but otherwise genuine.
If I want answers, I'll have to fucking do it too. I have a question. Are you able to locate people?
To an extent,
I guess within your country.
yes. Those that I have that do not reject my power.
That's a
That would make
caveat.
sense.
Who is it you seek?
Someone dear.
Wait, did you also know Duergar's son?
No.
Why are you looking for a deer?
Oh, yes, that's other one, yeah.
There's deer down here? Yo, you didn't tell me that? I could have made venison steak, man.
No, deer don't exist. What are you talking about? Like unicorn.
What?
What is happening here?
I think we're out of questions.
It's a clash of culture.
I guess
All right.
I'll find it out on
I
my
think
own.
we are.
I
good
have
to
sent
leave.
a
Thank
guard
you.
to get you bedding in the embrace of the dark. It is our only tavern. We usually do not need use of the rooms, but I'm sure they will be kept well enough for you.
As long as it has a bed or even a cot,
Yes.
I'll be able to sleep on it without my feet hanging off.
I will have I'll have a guard sent for you in the morning, and they will assist you in finding your priest and your scouts that you are to speak with.
Thank you.
Thank you, my liege. And I will
Your
bow.
liege.
Do a little stumbling bow type thing. He's still pretty eepy.
Then you may go. I bid you the ability to leave of my presence.
I bow deeply and leave.
Bow deeply and leave.
Right?
I don't
Give him a
bow,
slight
but I
bow.
start walking. I'm like, all right, bye, Airbud.
Wait, you're walking towards him?
No,
I'm leaving.
No.
walking away.
Okay.
Leaving. No.
As you're all leaving, he kind of
Fucking
mumbles. He's like,
backhand
"Well, if
you.
as you're all leaving, he kind of mumbles and he goes, "You know, if some of you die on the adventure, that would be unfortunate, but the reward would be greater for those who live."
I side eye Dante just very quickly.
That's hilarious. I'm not gonna purposely kill a party member, but that's so fucking funny.
He's gonna ask who did Dante, and if Dante doesn't come back.
All right. You guys get out of the castle, and you ask a few guards how to get to the Embrace of the
Darkness Embrace.
Underdark. Or, yeah, the Darkness's Embrace, or whatever it is on the map.
Underdark's Embrace.
Underdark's Embrace. And you're led in that direction. But before you can get there, as you're kind of making your way through the town, you cross by an area where there's just a really large gathering of people that seem to be gathering kind of in the northwest of town around something. You guys gonna pass by, or are you interested in what's happening here?
Sure,
I'm
I'd like
curious.
to
This
at
sounds
least
like a
see.
fun
It's like a fucking accident
No,
in
fuck
Texas.
your planning. We walk by it.
Yeah, you can walk by it. All right, Yogurt walks by and he makes his way to the tavern. Does anyone else stop?
I'm assuming I'm a little too short to see
I
through
stop.
anything, so I'm gonna
Where'd
climb
they
a,
stop?
I
a
stop.
building or a tree or
All right,
something.
climb
I'm
a
gonna
building. Okay.
There
All
we
right, so
go.
you guys stop around this gathering of elves. There's quite a few here, maybe a couple, maybe 1,000, 2,000 elves in the area, kind of all kind of down the streets. You kind of push your way through to where you can kind of see what's going on. As you get closer, you can hear what sounds like someone giving a speech in a kind of a preachy tone. They sound like they're giving a sermon of kinds. And as you guys finally get closer, you can kind of see Bandit. You're the first one who gets a glance over because you climb a building. You see a man in kind of fancy robes and similar colors to what Kelleror was wearing earlier. It's kind of got a lot of blacks with deep purples and the colors you kind of see at the edges of the darkness. And so it's got like very fancy patterns on it. And he's standing in front of all of these people, kind of preaching about the darkness. But he's calling it the smothering tide. And he's it's kind of directly behind him. And then also with him, there are a bunch of young elven men who are in similar rows, but clearly more acolyte-ish. Some of them look nervous, some of them look excited, kind of all sorts of facial expressions across them as they all stand there and he is preaching. And he says, "The tide has always been with us. It has always protected us. Before, maybe 4,000 years ago, maybe we couldn't see it, but it has always been here. We drow are chosen as dark elves to bear its strength, its nature, and its being unto the world beyond. Our people maintain this truth each and every day and have thrived in the dark for eons." And then he says, "The tide shall provide." And the entire thousands of elves around you echo this statement in a kind of response type voice. So many different, a chorus of voices respond, "The tide shall provide." And at this point, he motions for all of these elves near him in the acolyte robes as they walk towards uh, the darkness, and they begin to kind of reach a hand into it, brush a cheek against it, and uh, 3 or 4 go by and then step away, and then it gets to kind of the last one, a drow young man, maybe only about 145, and he reaches out and brushes his hand against the dark, and a look of shock passes over his face, and his arm is kind of tugged into the beyond, and his feet dig in. And the priest goes, "Do not resist, young one. The dark has chosen you. Blessed are those it selects to take on its sacred missions. Go forth and provide the world with its truth." You can kind of see he's being pulled into the dark. Moment for response.
If he's shocked enough, I might just try to like take a step forward.
Okay. So
I mean,
I'll give
how
you a
far
second.
are we?
His shoulders kind of pulled in at this point. He does have like, if you said if he's shocked enough, so make me an insight check.
Okay.
Like, if we were at the very back of this, like,
I said you pushed your way
grouping, right?
forward
Like
enough that if you wanted to step
okay.
up and try to do something, I'd allow it.
Well, I'm way back on a rooftop.
This is Leo.
So I'm just thinking something to myself along the lines of, well, it's not the worst fate I've seen befall a choir boy.
I've got a
What have
13.
you seen?
13. Yeah, he looks afraid.
Then I'm gonna try to grab him.
There's a pretty
Run,
good
try and grab
distance there,
Benedina.
so all right. I was gonna say if somebody's gonna
Good
try to
luck.
interrupt Benedina, there's definitely like some
You have
reasons
the
to
eyes
not do this
of
and some reasons to
literally
do this.
The entire city on you, and you're trying to interrupt their very holy.
Yes, Yogurt has
Poor kid's
realized.
afraid.
This is a horrible. He's probably gonna die.
This is the most
He's
dog
probably
shit
gonna die. All right, so
I will
Yogurt,
cast
We can't risk.
you're gonna cast Hold Person. Okay.
Were
So,
you not afraid?
So
of
this is-
Yogurt
wait, hold on,
tries
is
to
this
grab
for-
Menadina. Menadina tries to rush forward. Menadina, make me a Wisdom saving throw. I think is what it is.
Correct.
To resist the Hold Person spell.
DC
They're
17.
trying to feed this kid to the darkness.
He walked up and put his hand out there willingly in a ritual of some kind, and then it looked like he was pulled in. Like nobody else is forcing him in, but it looks like it's kind of almost eating him.
But my mayonnaise
Oh.
skinned alive in front of 2,000 people.
Oh, maybe not then.
I
I don't like
re-
that. That description's worse.
Yeah, they're not pushing him in. He's like being pulled in little by
okay.
little.
Minadina, let's go do it. Let's go do it. Come on. I got this covered. If you do the grabbing, I'll do the talking. Don't quote me on that.
Well, hold on. Minadina might not be able to respond. What'd you get on your Wisdom save?
18.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you resist.
She got it.
Yeah,
She
so
resists it.
at this point we have Menadina trying to go forward. She's getting encouraged by Alyosha, and Yogurt trying to hold her back. So Yogurt, make me a contested athletics check against Menadina.
I guess for what it's worth, Bandit's getting a better view using the scope on his
17.
sniper.
17.
So he does just have it ready and trained on the area.
That is a 13.
All right, so you managed to
Let-
resist the whole
Yogurt,
person, but
let her go.
Yogurt's kind of
Let
holding
her
you
go.
back.
Yogurt, you do not know what the darkness is like. We cannot let somebody get consumed by it. Come on, please. I will do the talking.
They already do this.
These fight.
I'm gonna just
Their
run towards the boy.
ritual.
You're gonna
No,
try to
okay.
run towards.
Yep. Yeah.
Hold person
I'll
again.
hold
Is that what you
person
said?
Yogurt.
Someone else has to do
For
it.
him.
I
All
run.
right,
Not this one.
make me a
not this
Wisdom
one.
saving throw.
DC 17.
What's the how do those hero die work?
For this situation, I'm gonna need you to beat his roll because it's against his. It's player like if it's PvP, so it's different.
7.
All right, so you rush forward. You kind of wait. He clearly doesn't want, and then you feel like
No. I
shattered.
don't say he clearly doesn't want it. I say not this one. He is corrupted.
He doesn't
and then
consent.
before you can fully get that out, like you feel shackles kind of wrap around you, magical chains, and you're kind of paralyzed. And you watch as he's pulled into this kid, young man is pulled away into the darkness. And the priest finishes up with he looks to the crowd behind him, and he goes, "And the dark shall provide." And they all respond with the tide shall provide, and
Roll
everybody
Tide.
begins to dissipate.
High tide.
Who did that? I try to like grab the shackles, the shackles off of me. Who did that?
The shackles have dissipated at this point as the caster has let go of the spell.
Which one of you magic casters has done that?
Ayosha, it doesn't matter who did it. We can't interrupt their rituals.
Yes, we can. Do you have any idea what darkness is like? It's thousands of years of just nightmare. And you are why you think it's okay? Because you're afraid?
Because
I
we
do not
die
think it.
if we interrupt them.
Who
We
says
are
that?
guests
I
here.
could have talked them out of it. Easy.
This is their religion. You can't just talk someone out of their religion.
Oh, you can use their religion against them. I would have told them that this one is corrupted. There is something in him that will corrupt the darkness. I could have convinced them.
Ayosha, I doubt that.
You
As
call
much
your
as
you
I believe
you call
that
yourself
you are-
man. You let fear rule over you. You let fear rule over you and not doing the right thing.
Okay.
This
come on.
disgusting.
Who is man?
I hate
Get out of here.
I hate to interrupt. You guys turn and there's one of those, not the same one who was giving the speech, but one of those people who is dressed in kind of acolyte-ish robes nearby. And he goes, a message from Kelleror, Father. He wishes to apologize. He forgot today was ritual day. He would have warned you. He imagines it's jarring. Here, and he hands you a note, and he will say he had just whoever's closest. So somebody gets handed a note. You fold it open and read it out. My esteemed guests, sorry for not warning you ahead of time for what might seem a disturbing ritual to someone from another culture. These rituals are of utmost importance for our people. They find the darkness to be comforting. The key attached should more than make up for my failure to keep your comfort. Feel free to rest in my esteemed brewery to the north. Let's Butt Brewery. Gorge yourself on well-preserved spirits and ales centuries old. I will see you once more when you return with the woman's head. The scouts shall meet you there.
And the priest?
What? Place?
And then as
was
you
that?
open the letter up,
Okay.
there's kind of a small map, like for a road that's like you just go pretty much this road where they just did this ritual. You go in that direction, northwest, and then you kind of break off and you go up to what he's marked on the map as Boulette's Butt Brewery.
But what about the priest?
What priest?
Priest.
For
As you kind of mumble
bandits.
amongst yourself, he goes,
Oh,
"Were you waiting on someone else as
we'll see
well?"
them there.
I'm sure Kelleror will
yeah.
send them there as well. If I will
Okay.
return and deliver the message, and then as you open up the
Thank
letter, you see there's a key kind of like in the paper.
I will take the key then, and I will be holding it because I don't want it to get accidentally pickpocketed.
Behold.
Can't wait to see what they drink in this accursed land.
Behold, a key.
Yolgrid, you have no room to talk.
What do you mean? I have no room to talk. Probably don't even drink mead here. They probably drink wine. As I
Your
sip on my
country
wine.
is just as cursed.
It is fine. Babushka say,
No, my country
wine
is normal.
cure for all
They're
ails.
cursed.
No,
Do you hear it? Do you get that pun?
they are a different culture.
Yeah, so
I
where's
will
one?
let you old picker. As amusing as this
opinion is garbage
I
and
at
think
this
we
point-
should just continue.
At this point, the acolyte leaves you all to your devices, and you are left to.
All right, let's go to the new place, I guess.
I am okay with the sound of the brewery. I could use that. Thank you. Let's do.
Is
All right.
he going to do that for now? Yeah, he'll probably. For now,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
off camera because
I'll
I
go
need to
there
get
as well.
food, but I'll be here.
I love this artist rendition. It's
Thanks.
beautiful.
All right.
That's
You
not
guys make your
inspiring.
way to the brewery. It's about an hour away. It's a short walk. You kind of make your way through a light. Not the trees here aren't as dense, as it's clearly well traversed, until eventually you kind of break off down a side path because you see a sign for it, and you come to an old building. You can tell it was constructed as you were kind of making your way through the Drow territory, just like with the dwarves in the north. The buildings kind of, you could see them change as you go through the different areas. And you've kind of got a feel here as well as you got to the capital. Many of the buildings there look like they were constructed with new methods that might have been developed in the recent 1,000 years that the darkness has come in. And you get to this building and it looks like it was constructed as if it was one of those older buildings. And out front there is a wooden creature that like a sculpture of a creature that none of y'all immediately recognize, other than maybe Yolgrid. Yolgrid, make me a history check.
History. Oh, dirty 20.
The dirty 20. This creature kind of has like a big head that looks like a frog's face, in a kind of a thick body with strong hind legs and front legs, and then it kind of looks like it has like little warts and bulbous pieces on it. And as you're looking it over and you're remembering all of the monsters from the books when you were studying to become a Duskwalker, you recognize that this is a bullet. Bullette. They are creatures of the Underdark that are very proficient in digging, and they are one of the few apex predators of the Underdark.
Terrifying
They get
creatures.
a bullet.
It is a wooden
Interesting.
sculpture.
Just a
Oh, I thought it was
sculpture.
stone. I thought it was
Oh,
like
no.
a
It's a wooden
Medusa-fied kind
sculpture.
of deal.
No.
Okay. Quite an uncanny likeness. If you all
A
ever
bullet? Like the
witnessed a
the
bullet,
bullets that
No.
Bandit has?
no, much
Is
scarier.
this one of those homo things that Iosha was talking about earlier?
Yes.
Strangely, yes.
How did
Yes,
that
it
come
is.
up twice in one session?
I almost did it
English.
again when the deer thing happened. It almost came up a third time, but I didn't want to say it.
Rule of threes is going to happen again. Just
Yes.
mark my words.
Well,
Uh,
I suppose we enter into.
You make your way up to this door. It's kind of an older tavern-looking building. It has that kind of an Eastern look that you saw traversing towards the capital, where all of the buildings were kind of up off the ground and had kind of steeper, curved roofs. It's kind of a large, squarish building. Looks like it might have a courtyard in the middle based off of the fact that it's raised off the ground. A wooden staircase leads up to a door, and you walk up, and you said you open it, Leo, so you walk up and go to open it, and it's locked.
Who had it? It was Yolgrid. Yolgrid, can I have the key? Or Mene?
I have it.
Whoever. Can I have
One.
the key, Mene?
Why can't I open it?
You can, but I'm standing here at the door. By all means.
Then I'll
You
ask you
guys
to
gotta
move.
make the drug lot if
I'm
I'm
gonna.
not more.
All right, Minadina
I'm gonna
walks
open the
up to
door.
open the door. Minadina, you unlock it, you open the door, and a drow woman is kind of in the main room right there, where there's kind of a bar with a couple seats and some tables, and she bows and goes, Kelleror, it's so... Oh, you want Kelleror? Ooh, okay. Who are you?
He's hired, unfortunately.
Oh. You must be the mercenaries he was speaking of? I had a sentinel come through earlier. They're a little difficult to understand, but, that must be you?
Yep, that would be us.
Indeed. That is
Wonderful.
us.
So good to have a fresh pair of eyes in the area. And I assume you're here for Hallig.
Yes,
Indeed.
that's
All
the
right.
task that he has given us.
Well, I'll
What
go
do you know
gather up.
about Hallig?
I know what is needed.
I really want to roll insight on that, but also I
Roll
don't try
insight.
getting more.
That was
25.
She seems like there's a lot of ideas running through her head right now, and she's struggling to focus. And she's like, she seems like she's trying to talk while also think pretty deeply.
Can I shut and lock the door behind us?
Yeah, you shut and lock the door. Would you like to see around the brewery?
Sure. May I ask why the
Oh, and by the way, yes, you came
brewery is
into the
locked?
brewery, and you came into the brewery, and yes, there is a bubble of safety here.
Mhm.
That is how she is. This woman is not smothered. She is she is fully amongst her own faculties. And as she begins walking around, after she says, "What would you like to see around the brewery?" and then she just starts walking. And she goes, "Oh, the door was locked. It's one of Kelleroy's asks. He wants me to keep it locked because he has some worries sometimes. He doesn't want old Hallig coming and stealing his treasured spirits."
old Halleck.
Old Hallig.
How old is this woman?
Oh, I mean, it's a figure of speech. It's just probably older than Kelleroy, she says as she kind of looks around for like making just looks around the room. Yep, older than Kelleroy probably. I wouldn't know. You're muted.
Is Ayosha? I want Ayosha here.
Yeah, me too.
I want a tiny hut.
Jared, did she serve us yet, or are we just
No,
talking?
she has
We're
not served
walking
you.
around. He's here,
We're
but
getting a
muted.
tour.
She walks
We're
into
gonna
the
get a tour of the
middle
brewery.
and she goes, this dead body seems to provide us with a level of safety here in the
We're looking at this.
Yep. In the brewery, it's like a dwarven skeleton with like a bunch of clothes kind of draped over it.
Oh my
And a
god.
bag over the top. And she goes, I was told
study anthropology.
I was told never to touch it. By his orders.
Smart.
So it just sits there, and he said that if I bother it, I would become smothered. So I've just kind of left it. It's just a skeleton. All right, moving on. And she walks just starts walking towards the next room.
Wait,
She leaves the
hold
courtyard,
on.
goes up a staircase.
No. Hold up. You're saying this corpse grants you protection?
Yes. Questions limited, please.
What was
I want to know if this looks like a pregnant woman.
No.
Oh, it's a skeleton.
It's a skeleton.
Oh, it's just a skeleton.
Yes. Looks like it's been there for a long time.
Is it a regular skeleton?
There's a bunch of there's like the clothes are still on it. There's a bag kind of pressing into it. You can't see under it.
Yeah.
This is in the brewery, to be clear.
Yes, you're in the brewery.
But it's just a skeleton.
Uh-huh.
Not crystallized.
Not crystallized?
I imagine there's probably a crystal on it somewhere, but I
Yeah.
don't feel like
He's not answering our question. Somebody will have to investigate.
like peeking.
Does someone want to roll investigation?
Not while we're being stared
keep
at.
moving. She's holding the door open.
I will
We're
if
being
you won't.
Stared at right now.
I mean, I don't want to ruin his.
Continue on.
We can come
I'll
back
continue
to it.
on.
We'll come back later.
All right.
This is like in the main area, right?
Yes, it's in the courtyard.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 4 long buildings with a courtyard in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Each long
love
building
it.
is maybe, I say long, but it's maybe only 30 feet long. So the actual
Right.
range of this thing is maybe, I don't know, maybe a total of 30 feet long, 10 feet on either side. Maybe it's a 50 by 50 foot building. No, I'd say 20. So 20, 40, 30, 40, 70, 70 by 70. We'll call it a 70 by 70 foot building.
Each of the
Okay.
buildings or the
The total square footage
It's
of this
one
whole
big
thing.
building with
okay,
like
one big building that
a
like has a
fucking
courtyard.
little,
in the
like,
okay, yeah, I get it. I get
courtyard
it.
with a
Yeah.
yeah. With a bag and a skeleton.
Take a breath.
Don't die on us.
I don't know how I feel about that. I would like to look at that later.
All
We can
right.
do that later.
She leads you into the next room and she goes, all right, and this is where I keep all of the brews that he has collected with his sentinels over the years. He enjoys keeping track of our great history, so he keeps these here to maintain a connection to the past, the drow of past. And he's, based off of what I was told, given you permission to sample. So would you all like a drink?
What do you have?
I'll pick one.
All of the ales here made with, to the best of my knowledge, are made with a drow plant that we use in a lot of our agriculture here. It's a big staple. It's used in a lot of meals, but the plant is fermented and put in barrels. It's a unique process. Certainly, we're the only ones who have come up with such a thing. But
Maybe down here.
let's continue. I'll serve you in one of the serving rooms. She leads you into the next room. She's like, this is this right here is where you'll rest if you decide to rest here for the night, which I think he said too. Something about a priest. So yes, this is the old rooms for the inn or the tavern. Back when the brewery, a long time ago, thousands of years, back when it was a thing that we'd have guests. I don't see many guests nowadays other than Kelleror, so just this.
I have a question. I actually have two.
Questions to a minimum, please.
Well, it's two. The first
You gonna
one
wait
would
for
be, what is
approval
your
to ask
name?
the question?
Oh, my name? That I can tell you that. I'm Trentaya.
I can tell you that. Holy shit on a cracker.
Who's telling you not to ask questions?
No
Or
one.
telling you
No
to
one's
tell
telling me.
us?
I don't want to waste your time, is all. Kelleror told me to be very careful about not wasting your time.
No,
That
no,
you
no.
are very
That's
important and
bullshit.
busy people. Well,
No.
Part of being important and busy is resting and wasting the proper amount of time. It is okay.
well, let's go see the next room. She's like walks over to a door. This room is my room, and then it's like the office and Kelleror's room. I can't. There's only 2 rooms at best this door. We'll just leave this one. Let's go to the serving room. We'll go back to the room you guys came into, and from there we can I can give you the information you're looking for. Although I'll need to go into the office. You know what? You all know how to get to the serving room. I'll leave you to it. Oh, and leave
Yeah, it's right through this door over here, right?
Yes. Not the courtyard. No, that's the courtyard. Don't go in the courtyard. Just go through that door there. Yeah, I'll just see you to it. Walks you over towards the serving room and opens the door.
Has to be a free reign over all the alcohol.
Into the serving room.
I'm gonna go investigate that fuck ass skeleton
the
in the
serving room.
meantime.
Yeah, what the fuck?
She's holding the door. Into the serving room, please.
I'll walk into the
Okay, I'll make it to the courtyard
Sure,
eventually.
we'll go to the serving room.
All right. Does anybody? She's waiting for everyone to go in, so you all go in, and then she's like, "Okay, I'll be in here in a moment," and she closes the door to the serving room, and steps away.
Can we all agree that this is all very peculiar?
He's hiding
Peculiar.
something.
It has been peculiar since we crossed through that mine. What's your point?
Real good. It's obvious she's been threatened by our friend Kelleror to tell
Threat?
us nothing. Please, it's kind of obvious she's the only one that's allowed here.
What would she possibly be hiding?
Knowledge, anything like that. Who knows?
Whatever the fuck's
It
under that
might
skeleton.
be an idea to give her a place that she can speak. Ayosha, I believe you have a spell that could let us have that. I'm not sure if she'd be willing to agree to it, though.
I don't know which one you're thinking of. I am not. I never
Tiny
learned the
hut.
zone of truth. Eh?
The tiny hut.
This
I don't
makes
think
her
that she. Huh?
Newman's tiny
No.
What you want the tiny hut
So
for?
she's free to speak.
Is another
My
domain.
guess is she's
Plane
scared
of
to speak.
existence.
Oh,
probably.
like he's listening to her every word.
Yes.
Probably through that stupid skeleton.
It wasn't through the
No,
skeleton,
I
no.
don't
No
think
way.
so.
It's just through the darkness. They were listening to us when we crossed through here.
Yes.
Let me look this up. Hold on.
And will a tiny hut stop the darkness? We don't know
It doesn't
It
say
prevents
if
any magical effects.
it doesn't say if it prevents sound.
That's fair. I don't know if it does.
But is it technically a separate like plane of existence?
No,
No.
it is
Does
not a
anybody
dimming
know
plane.
rope
There's
trick?
another spell for that, and it's way, way
Rope
higher
trick?
level.
I do know rope trick.
Did you know rope
Why would we need
trick?
rope trick?
What?
There's no
Why would
shot
we
you
need
know
rope
rope trick.
I
Rope
know
trick?
rope trick.
Rope
I've
trick
used
takes you
rope
into
trick
another
before.
dimension. Rope trick is a very good spell. My friends in the college, they dabble in a little bit of wizardry. They try to teach it. I didn't understand. But if you know
Doesn't say
rope trick,
anything about spell, or doesn't say anything about sound.
I used a rope trick on the
Surprisingly.
very first session, Jared.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you rope trick would do it.
That's crazy.
I'm really glad that rope trick
Jared foiled by rope trick.
from 3.5 to 5.
Not foiled. This is an intentional. Y'all, yeah, some of y'all are on the right path. Ow! Some of y'all are on the right path that you need to
Do we need to
figure out a
interrogate her?
way to communicate with this person.
See, the problem with rope trick is, I think I need a rope. Don't
I
I?
have one.
No way.
No,
I
you just
used
need
my
a
rope to
length.
tie that shit up.
You need a
You can
length
use my
of
clothes.
rope.
You can use my clothes.
I have a rope.
I also have a rope.
I
Too
take
late.
my shirt off.
Ayosha is naked.
Put your fucking
Well-
clothes back on.
He has a loincloth. It's too late. It's too late for that. My clothes are in perfect
Put-
condition right here. We need to tear them up right now.
No.
I'm pulling
No.
out my
I
rope.
pulled the rope out and I like hold it up to his face.
At this
Ayosha,
point, she
put your
comes
rope
back
away.
in. At this point,
Your
she comes
clothes
back
on.
in with
Now.
the notes that she's been gathering. She opens the door and Ayosha's
We're busy
butt
here. Get
naked,
down. We're
and
busy.
you're holding a rope in front of him. And she goes, "Am I interrupting?"
Have you ever heard of privacy? Get out for a sec.
Oh my god. Just get your clothes on.
Okay, and
Can
she
I-
just walks
can I-
back out the door.
Fine.
Can I use
No one wants to see
telekinesis
that.
to put his clothes back
Nobody
on?
wants the cook's help.
Can you use what?
Can I use telekinesis to put his clothes back on?
Whose help?
You can try. His pants kind of float back towards him.
I am gonna do that. All your clothes are floating back at you.
Left, right leg.
Oh,
No, my left.
You can put a little
I'm
bit
gonna
more
fucking
effort
open
into
the
it.
door and let her back in.
I've had fantasies about this.
Please, I just don't want
Okay.
to see
Why?
that dodgy excuses for future generations. Puts your clothes on.
I pull my pants up.
Hold on, wait. I need to roll something real quick. I need to
sometime.
hold on. Hold the phone.
Good lords, and I thought I
What
was
are
there.
you rolling?
Hold on. Ayosha, put that thing away.
Fair enough.
What did you roll?
No, use
3.
Yoshi, he's
Oh.
putting your shirt on too. Shirt
That's
too.
accurate. Alright.
All of the clothes,
Cover
please.
I put
yourself
'em all on.
entirely.
All right. At
Actually,
this
that would have
point,
advantage.
you hear at the door. You hear at the door. Is it okay for me to come in?
Yes.
Yes.
I think.
You got any cleaning supplies? My
I'm
eyes
gonna
feel a little
before she
dirty.
opens the door though, I'm gonna pass my rope to Dante.
Okay.
I don't even know what rope trick does, but it clearly doesn't do what it sounds like it does.
You touch a length of rope that's up to 60 feet long. One end of the rope rises until into the air until the rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends.
What the fuck?
It's rope trick is really fucking good.
So we have an
Does
hour.
rope trick open up
Incredible.
another dimension.
And it lasts for an hour.
It's a pretty good trick.
So,
It's like a level 1 spell,
she
right?
comes in. She goes, "All right, well,
2.
I got to share this
Oh,
information
okay,
with you. Halleck and her kind of people that she's been maintaining protection over have been
Posse.
seen. Sure, posse. Have been
You
seen
call me?
by the Sentinels in the north west. So you'll need to make your way towards the mountains, and then they're in the northwestern area. There's a couple things
As
over
she's
there.
speaking, I'm just gonna start casting the spell.
Yeah, I was about to say. I have a feeling that like while she's talking, you're just getting like a rope's just gonna start rising into the air, and she's just kind of
Yeah.
Is it supposed to
Don't worry
get
about
erect like that?
Yes. You don't want your rope to have erectile dysfunction.
I've never seen a
God.
rope
Always
do
have to
that.
check it.
Quote.
We've got quite a few.
Yes, this is very big
I'm
problem when
gonna
you get older.
I'm gonna use telekinesis to make another rope look like it's also rising. just to distract her.
Stop.
Just to distract her
Oh,
from the
I
rope that is
see.
slowly encircling our group suspiciously.
I point to
It's
the
not
rope
circling.
that is.
It
I
goes
point to the
up,
erect
it
rope.
goes
and
up.
then at
and
the
go.
top.
We need to talk to you in private.
Don't say
Can
that.
you just
Alex.
continue giving us the notes?
Yeah. They've been seen as far south as Yinlas, which is a town, in the northwestern area, and as far north as Yerafi, the sister town to Yerani.
Right.
Excellent.
So there's a large area you might need to search through, but anywhere in that given range, you might find some evidence that points you in the right direction. Some things to be aware of. Halleck's posse has been prone to violence when seeing our sentinels. They don't communicate very well. They're brutish savages. You should just do away with them on sight. He took that to heart.
Same.
He didn't like that. He said his internet's
It was
dying.
very offensive.
He's been taken
Oh.
by
No.
Alex posse.
Who woke up the night?
She kind of shuffles through her papers.
I'm going to
It
glance
is
at
worth
Leo
noting
and say
that
no.
it is worth noting Halleck is marked by our sentinels as having, she is fairly strong. She's able to resist
I'm gonna
our
start climbing the rope.
father's control. Where is he? Why are you climbing? Please don't get on the roof.
Don't
Where are
worry
you
about it.
going?
No, I'm not going on the roof. Don't worry about it.
I don't think Kellerol would appreciate you climbing a rope in his. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't know what you're doing.
It doesn't have to be 60 feet long. It could just be like.
How strong is Alex?
I assumed it to be like up to the ceiling. So however big that.
So you have to
is.
climb up to it?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it can be reached by climbing to the top of the rope.
Well, that's
We
gonna
never
be
said he was smart.
How are we getting her into that?
No.
Move.
How...
Well,
I'ma
that's
look
the
down.
information
Y'all
I
coming?
have for you.
Fair enough.
Is that like a?
I'm gonna go get the. You should get him down from there. I don't think Kelleroy would like that. And
Actually, I was wondering, could we actually have you join us up there with the tastings? I think it would be a great place to have
definitely not.
just in
Ooh.
there. No, trust me. Please.
It
Definitely
cleanses the
not.
palate.
Nope. I
Isolates
don't
the
think I will.
flavor. Why not? We're your
Um,
guests. Don't you want to join us?
Is it the length? The length scares people sometimes.
I don't know how to climb.
I can carry you.
That's so fake.
I cast heroism on her.
That's so-
She is not a willing creature.
Look, I'll do it first, and I'm gonna start climbing up the rope.
Oh, you shouldn't do that either. I'm gonna go get the
Oh, come on!
I'm
Have
gonna go
some
get
fun.
the ale and I'll be back. And she leaves the room.
Yeah,
I
we
climb to
can
the
get
top of
her
the
up
rope
there.
and I
Dante,
slap
you could have made it
Dante.
like 2 feet high.
Y'all didn't tell me anything.
Bandit, as you're
Y'all
just kind of
said
sitting there
use rope
admiring
trick
the
to
mess
make
that's
this,
happening,
and that's what I
make me
did.
a perception check.
Me make a check? Oh,
Yep.
okay. Need 2d20 for this one, baby. There's one. Come on, there we go. There's 2. What's my perception? I think it's bad. Yeah.
You know I'm bad.
I'm not allowed to know whether I succeed or not before deciding. Fuck it, we're long resting soon. I'm going to... What's it called? Flash of Genius.
All right.
Flash of Genius, not Flash
So you add
of
your
Genius.
intelligence. You're gonna flash a genius. You turn to.
Nope. 15 overall.
15 overall. All right. You hear what sounds like a scraping noise. You remember this building was raised, and there were like skirts around the side of the building, and you hear what sounds like a scraping noise under the floorboards underneath you.
That's not supposed to be there. Probably. Are there any cracks in the floor?
Yeah, there's one nearby.
I want to look through a crack in the floor.
It's kind of dark down there. There's no light under the building.
Oh shit, is a bullet?
I have dark vision.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
On the floor.
There's an eye looking up at you from the crack.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm going to use Radiant Weapon to shine a light down there.
You shine a light down there, and there's just a kind of a very clearly consumed drow just kind of staring up at you through the crack in the floor, and then he kind of walks
That's
away.
really creepy.
Like,
Oh, I see.
As a PSA to the rest of y'all's, there's some consumed drow walking below us.
Listening
Turn
in
the
on
flashlight
us,
off.
as we figured as much.
So, I was not
If I
sure
had
what
to
to make
guess,
of that. What do you
this
guys
must
think? You
be-
think she's coming back or not?
I don't think she's coming back, but I do think the drow are there as the hare's ears,
Yeah.
eyes, and ears into this brewery. Maybe
Dante,
that is who
your
she's afraid
trick
of.
wasn't very exciting.
It was exciting, maybe it was great idea, I think, just poor execution. I still have my clothes if we need another rope to try again.
No.
We still have.
I
the
was
same
in
rope.
my head. The moment Ayosha said that, he's like, I still like he's already reaching. Like,
No. No.
I can use the
I'm just-
same rope. It's just I lost my rope when I tied up that dude, and when the other dude took.
I
the
don't
dude.
think you can. Deception check.
What?
Everybody trying to
28.
gaslight us into letting you strip.
I actually
Me
don't
against
think anyone can beat that.
insight
Yeah,
against
insight.
my insight.
He didn't use all 60 feet of the rope that I have.
It could have been
So-
like
Even
Look,
if it
I got-
consumed.
So close. I got a 2.
All right, I'll let you play that out.
Oh, wait, you know what?
No, I'm
I've
just
never
kidding.
actually tried it with the same route. Oh,
No,
Hey!
you can totally use the
What
same.
the-
Route. I'm just messing with you, man.
Ayosha,
How do we
come
get
over
ahead?
here for a second.
Yes.
So you like ropes? Or do you like tying ropes, or do you like being tied?
my
by
Are
them?
you
fucking
still
God. I
up
like-
in
I
the
like
rope trick with
neither,
me,
man.
or did you climb down?
Bro, what you talking about?
Yogurt, did you
Yogurt,
climb down from your...
Did you climb down? How are you talking to him face to face right now?
Yeah,
I climbed
climbed-
up there. I climbed up there.
I'm gonna go take a
Oh, okay.
peek outside the door and see if she's actually like getting drinks for us or if she's like. been hiding
You
away.
peek outside the door into like the bedroom area that because it was like kegs, bedroom, and then this one over here was the office, which she kind of was like, oh well, let's not go in there. No, it would be office. Sorry, office. I'm gonna try to do this like this so that it's easier to see.
Okay.
All right, office right here. Entrance, the place y'all are in. Kegs, bedrooms, furthest away from office. So currently, y'all are here. She would be over here, and kegs is where she said she would be. Which are you trying to glance into office or bedrooms?
I was trying to glance into kegs to see if she's like actually getting.
Kegs
us
is
over.
all the way across. You can't
Yeah.
see it from entrance. You'd have to
There's no
go
windows?
glance into one of the other two. Not windows into the courtyard. Windows out of the building.
Oh.
Lame.
Should I go see if she's coming back?
I will go.
Because I was pretty thirsty, and if Dante's little stunt just cost us some drinks, I was gonna be a little upset.
I come with you to check as well.
Okay, are you
Okay.
peeking into bedrooms or office? She said not to go
Is
in the
office open?
You haven't tried to open it. It's closed.
I will leave it alone for now.
Okay.
While
So
we're
you're gonna
just sitting
peek
up here,
into bedroom?
I'll let them do things.
Somebody peeking into the bedroom area?
Sure, I'll peek into bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, it said somebody was going to check on her. Okay, you kind of creak the door open into the bedroom area. You look down the hall and you see all the different bedrooms, and then also at the end of the hall, you see the door to the kegs. And it is open, and you can see like a shadow of what looks like somebody moving around in there. And you can hear like quietly in the distance somebody's like filling glasses.
She is returning.
Doesn't
with
have enough
drinks.
hands for that.
You need
There
help.
are
I used to
6
be
of us.
bartender.
yeah. So while me, Ayosha, and Yogurt are sitting up here, I'm gonna reach into the hood and pull out a bottle of mead that I took from Ayosha's box.
Okay, so he pulls out a bottle of mead that you recognize, Ayosha.
What's there for? It's there for drinking. I don't say
I'm
anything.
just gonna start drinking.
Right?
It is fine. Well, actually, I do say something. Very, very fine brand, that one.
Yeah,
I love that.
I got it
I
from
guess
you.
I'm
You
gonna
told
go.
me to
I'm
take
actually
it.
gonna walk into
Yes.
the bedrooms.
I take a swig and I give it back.
At this
I
point, she
also-
comes around the corner and she has 2 platters, each with 6 cups on it. And she's like, oh, please, you should go back and stay with your group.
Oh, I just didn't think you had enough hands.
That's what these platters are for.
She looks experienced.
I'm not.
No, she
I
good at
don't
this.
work in that industry.
I'll come with you. And she like walks down the bedroom and then turns and comes into there and is like, oh yeah, they went up you really should have them come down. No reason. I just don't think Kelleror would like that. and she puts down the
He has to deal if he wants
platters.
the fucking head.
He puts down the She puts down the platters on some on tables there. He goes, all right, well, I am going to go rest because I had to gather a
You
lot of
should.
information today. So I will go rest. And she's kind of looking around. I will go rest in my room in the office area, and that is where I'll be. If you need me, you can knock on the office door, and I'll come. You guys enjoy this. It's an offer from Kellerol. Once you're ready, you can rest in the bedrooms. I have, by his request, locked up the ales for the night. So this will be it, 2 glasses per person. There are 12 different kinds here, so please enjoy. Feel free to share amongst each other if you wish, unless you're, a germaphobe, in which maybe don't. I'm gonna go rest. If you all need anything,
Go block the door.
What'd you say you were gonna do to the door?
block it.
Block it.
She's like walking towards the office, and she's like, I need to go in there.
What?
And I asked
Menadina,
you
what
to
you
stay.
doing?
Please
Menadina,
let me go in there.
I pull Menadina aside. And I
You're
go,
not out. You're in the fucking little thing up there.
Yeah, you're up
No,
on
I'm
the
not. I
thing.
came down.
You're on the rope trick. Oh, you came down? Okay.
Yeah, I came down. Remember, I said I jumped down.
Okay.
Not really. I climbed down, but I do pull Metadata aside, and I go. She gave us very clear clues that if we need something, we knock on the door. I think we can talk to her then. Let's not hold a person
He
here
has
against their will.
surveillance of the entire fucking building.
I think she might have.
That is available for only an hour.
She made it very clear that she wants us to knock on the door. Let's not hold her here against her will. I think she has a plan. Okay?
If this goes south because of this decision, do not blame me.
I would not. I would blame myself. Who else?
Okay. I'm gonna go. I don't know what y'all are whispering about, but I'm gonna go rest. I'm gonna go lie down.
Of course.
Thanks is for the drinks. It has been a long walk.
I drink the thickest, blackest one they have.
All right. She opens the door, and you hear it click open. She goes inside, and you hear her walk away.
Okay.
Um,
Let me just enjoy our drinks first, please.
She said knock.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that is what she say. Which one are you having, Bandit?
I was gonna hopefully get to all of them. Which ones looks best?
What is Bandit looking for?
He's looking for kind of like an orangish color, a gold orange color. Well,
All
actually,
right.
we'll just say similar to this.
You grab a golden orangish one that seems like it's going to be light as a starter. You pick it up, and on it there's a little under it there's a little piece of paper that says like the name of it, and it says the Vanishing Duergar. And then there's a little note that says, "This one's my favorite."
We'll just try it.
Okay, you try it. It's a light ale. It does have different to the like a beer kind of what's the best way to describe it? Like a weedy taste. It's almost earthy. It's got kind of a mushroom hint to it, but then otherwise it does have that beer flavor. And then this one is light, so it's more less alcoholic in its taste.
Wine people are just coffee people, but drunk.
I try to. Well, this is ale. Hey, excuse me, sir. This is ale. Okay. I think maybe. But I go for the one that is closest in consistency and color to tar.
Okay.
Thank you.
You grab one, and this one says, let's see, the last one was, you pick, there's another piece of paper under this one. You pick it up, and as you're drinking it, you're like, oh, this one's like almost, that's kind of like very dark. It's got a thick foam at the top you have to drink through, and it's really dense in terms of that alcohol flavor. And then after that goes away, like the mushroom just kind of hits you very strong. And then there's like a hint of sweetness to it at the end. And you look at the note and it says, this one's called the Unseeable Dwarf. It's one of my favorites too.
Are all of them her favorites?
Is she trying to tell us something with these
I'm
messages?
going to try to find a light one.
Wait, what were they called?
The
This one's
Vanishing
unseeable.
Duergar, and this is the Unseeable
Okay.
Duergar.
Yeah.
Something
She's trying to tell us there's an unseeable Duergar.
Well, I'm gonna pass this one around. I'm gonna go for the next one. I think.
Can I have the name of it again?
Yeah, the note gets passed around. The Unseeable Dwarf, and the Vanishing Duergar, which is that's a deep dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you.
I have a feeling that these notes have nothing to do with anything, but we're gonna try to solve a puzzle that doesn't exist. But and we're gonna have fun doing it.
Anything's a puzzle if we try hard enough.
Yeah.
Yo, good,
If
we
we
can
bang
make
our heads
meaning
against
into
the
anything.
wall long enough, Jared will eventually give us something.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already.
He's dying right now.
If we just spend
if
the
I
rest of the session drinking the ales, he has to do something about
So
that.
hold on, wait. Let's finish
There's also a
getting
non-zero
all of the
chance
pieces as a puzzle before we try and solve it. Is that a good idea?
All
non-zero
right.
chance.
So you
I
gonna
like
go for the
that
next one,
idea.
guys?
And
I
Yes,
already
sure.
said I was gonna
Fun.
go grab a light-looking one.
All right, you grab a light-looking one. And this one, she's like, this one, the note says this one is quite interesting. He found it. His sentinels said he found it up in the mountains. It's called the Invisible Adventurer.
Why are they all invisible? I get it, but also it's really annoying.
Allegedly, there are 12 different homonyms. Callback. For cannot be seen. So, let's see what they all are.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Thought we were done with homonyms.
Jared's face. 12 different homos, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I want to put all the pieces together. Like I want to lay out all the cards together.
Okay.
All
so
right.
If we look
So-
at the
so we
first
just gonna do
letter
all 12
of each
real
of
quick?
the words, it's so far spelled
Sure.
we.
Why don't
Lovely.
we?
Oh,
Fucking.
Love
I
that.
picked a
not
random
drinking
one.
them. I'm
drinking them.
I'm drinking them. What the hell?
Oh,
You think I'm
what I
wasting
was
it?
trying to say is I'm
What
not
the
trying to down it to
hell?
grab the next one.
I'm still up in the road
I
trip
grabbed the next one right down that
dimension.
shit.
Just
Don't down
drinking
it. You're sampling it.
mead.
Damn it.
Sampling?
Well, it depends. I try it, and if I like, it's mine.
You pick
that's
up
the
another
kind of
one. This
drinker
one's like
you
a
are.
darker one. This is on the other side.
Oh.
They're kind of organized. It's another darker one. And it says, this is the shrouded step.
Jesus Christ.
And you drink that one. And again, it's a very deep flavor with that alcoholic, kind of alcohol, heavy alcohol vibe to it. And then you drink another one. This is the Undetectable Halfling.
Moved on to
And
halfling.
Well, one of them was said
Definitely, it's just
adventure,
different type of
so
dwarf, right?
Describe
I
the
know, like, two people
undetectable
who
halfling.
can-
That one sounds
actually
interesting.
I can cast invisibility. Wait,
Mess with that
I
trick.
can
I'm
also
gonna
cast
fucking do
invisibility.
that.
you're going to cast
can do-
invisibility?
Right now,
All right.
you just disappear.
So
I-
Mene disappears. You are now invisible. What do you wish to do with that?
I'm gonna go to the courtyard.
Mene, where the fuck did you go?
Okay, you go to
Elena.
you walk over to the door to the courtyard. It is closed, so you're going to have to open it.
Yeah, more is beer for the rest of us.
Yes, I think this is no loss.
Are you gonna open the door and give away your position?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway.
I want to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay, so you open the door. The door to the courtyard opens, guys.
Founder.
Nobody does anything? All right, you step out into the
If
courtyard.
she leaves it open, I want to cast invisibility and follow.
Okay, you step out into the courtyard. And do you leave it open or do you close it?
I leave it open because I'm gonna close it on the way back in.
All right, you leave it open. What do? You're in the courtyard. There's some trees, couple bushes.
I just wanted to take a look at the fucking skeleton without touching it. I just wanted to actually look at it.
Okay,
But she rushed us
you walk over
so
to the
quickly that I was
skeleton.
like, no.
Make me an investigation check.
That's a 6.
That's a skeleton. Based off what you can tell, it's short. Could be a short elf, but it's probably not. Bones are kind of thick. At this point, you're kind of standing there looking it over, and you hear kind of a scraping noise, and the like wooden sheet that's like not nailed down but hangs down from the legs kind of presses up, and a drow kind of crawls out from under it and stands up in the courtyard and just starts walking around the courtyard doing this.
Like it's trying to find her?
It's just swinging its arm out in front of it. And then another one crawls out from under the building and starts doing the same thing. And then another one crawls out from under the building and starts doing the same thing.
I drop down.
Jared, can I look out the door?
He did leave it open, so yeah. You look outside, and there's a bunch of consumed drow just kind of...
Oh, okay. I'm going to chuckle and just go back to drinking beer.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to get out of here. I think they're trying to make sure that no one is in here.
So you haven't touched anything, right?
No.
Fuck.
Other than the door.
So my character's plan right now, I have not seen anything. I think, shit, she was talking about knocking on the door earlier. I'm headed towards what's her name's door.
You're headed towards the office. Okay, cool. Are you invisible? Did you also blip out?
I'm invisible. Yeah, I blipped out.
You walk over towards the office door, and you go to put your hand. You're like waiting there for Menedina to knock, and you look down. She didn't close the door when she left. As I said, the door clicked open, and then I never said it clicked close.
Yep.
Ooh. I slip in.
You slip in. Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you, Menedina's crawling around on the ground outside, trying not to get slapped. Bandit is watching this gleefully, just drinking, just fucking having a good time. Ayosha's just like finding all of the thickest alcohol he can find and just chugging it. Are you letting anyone else drink the dark stuff, or are you just that all you?
I let them. I let them.
There's like a couple drops left of every dark tankard. He's like, is it the sample?
I share a little more than that. I leave half for other people.
I see.
More than a drop, less than a gulp.
All right.
Yes.
So Mene, make me a stealth check to get back to the door without getting stepped on or slapped. And are you wearing heavy armor right now?
No, I don't have heavy armor.
Okay. What'd you get on your stealth check?
I got a not good. I'm gonna burn a hero point.
All right. You're like trying to crawl there, and one of them is walking straight towards you, and you're like, "Oh, he's gonna step on me! He's gonna step on me! He's gonna step on me!" And then his foot lands here, and then here, and then he passes by you, and you're like, and then you crawl up the stairs and you close the door behind you. Meanwhile,
I'm still
Gilgrid.
standing in the doorway. Did she push me over on the way in?
Oh yeah, okay. You crawl up the stairs and Bandit's blocking the door while drinking. You could probably just pick him up.
I lean forward, and I go, "Move, bitch."
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
I'll step aside, still smirking, and like offer a drink to the void.
I will grab the cup.
Cup starts
So I
floating
can take a
away.
drink from the void.
Alright.
Yeah. I will.
I can get another one.
No,
Alright. Gilgrid, meanwhile, you step
I'll
into
finish
a
it.
room. It's kind of a short hallway area with a almost like a nightstand type shelving area to your left and right, and then like a two big rooms in front of you, one to the left, one to the right. The one to the right is closed, and then one to the left has been left cracked open, and you can see a candlelight flickering inside.
Well, I slipped through the open door.
The
Yet
open
again.
door, it's not fully open. You'd have to push it open a little bit to slip inside.
There's a candlelight in there?
Yep.
I'm going to knock twice very lightly.
There's no response.
Then I push it open.
You push it open and you see Trinthia, the girl from earlier. She's sitting at a desk in front of you writing on something. She's just sitting there writing.
Does it look like she noticed?
Make me a perception check.
That's a 16 plus numbers. Plus...
She definitely noticed, but she hasn't reacted.
I see. I don't say I see. I'm going to walk towards her desk where she's presumably writing. Well, you said she was writing. I want to see what she's writing.
You take a couple steps forward and you feel your foot hits a board and that board creaks. And she kind of stands up at that moment and goes, "Oh," and turns and looks at the door behind her. "Something opened my door. Must be a breeze in here." And she walks over and pushes it to be a little more closed. And then walks over and sits down on her bed.
What was she writing? I want to know.
need
I
to
want
go
to know
help.
what she was writing.
I need to
You
go
walk
help that
over-
bitch.
She didn't close it. She pushed it to be like back to where it was, as if she's. She pushed it to be back where it was. You walk over and look at what she's writing. All right.
We finally
I'm
figured
gonna
out the
also
puzzle.
probably find him. I'm actually
can
gonna
also.
hand the cup back to Vanda and say, "Where the fuck is Yogurt?"
I'm not gonna take it. I'm just gonna turn invisible.
It's almost more suspicious if you all turn invisible.
It's funny though.
I'll make noise. I'll just be making noise in here.
Leo's being loud. All right.
Being a party animal.
So, you step over and you look at the thing, and it says, "Dear Diary, I've been at Boulette's butt for quite some time now. I'm starting to be a little concerned." Hold on, I need to
Wait,
pull
here,
up.
Pause 1 second. Pause 1 second.
Okay.
Are you willing to send us this transcript after you read it, or am I gonna have to frantically type this?
Oh, Yogurt's gonna have to frantically type this. You're not in the room.
Right.
Yogurt's
Dear
the only one there.
Diary,
That means
I've been at Boulette's butt for quite some time now. I'm starting to get concerned about Fenrir, and I'm worried Kelleror might have done something to her, but that is beside the fact. Ever since I was forced to leave back to the main quest. She was writing this on the fly, so ever since I was forced to leave. I hate how it resets my markdown every time I click out of it. I have to scroll back down. That's the worst. Ever since I was forced to leave the House of Dawn when the three Ascendants broke apart, I've been stuck here, was Kelleror's will, as one of the few surviving acolytes from the house. And my poor wife, Fenrir, has been in his grasp since to make sure I don't do anything I'm not supposed to. I still don't know exactly what happened at the House of Dawn, but knowing might be part of why he wants Halleck dead, the Ascendant of attrition. But today I learned that there were some mercenaries, fresh pairs of eyes coming through. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get them to help me. The problem is Kelor's eyes and ears are everywhere.
At the end of the note.
Yep.
Okay. Shit. I want to be able to acknowledge that I've seen it. I suppose I don't need to. She already knows I was here.
Flip a page.
She is much smarter than you're giving her credit for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. She very much knows that I'm here. I just need to get through the door.
At this
I'm gonna
point,
walk over.
She's been waiting for a bit. At this point, she goes, I forgot to lock the kegs. And she stands up and walks over to the door and opens it and leaves the room.
I'm gonna follow her out.
She turns left and opens the door to the kegs and then closes it behind her. Because the hallway has two. There's the two rooms, and then there's the entrance to the drinking room where y'all are at, and the keg room.
Right. So I need to make my way back to the drinking room, and I know
Which
that there
the
are
door
people
is
searching.
still open because she had left
The
that
door
one
is
open.
still
Yeah, I
open.
didn't close that.
Thank fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm making
close
my way
it.
up
I was
there.
on my way to come get your ass.
All right,
I hope
you
you're
make
not
your way
still
there.
on your way to come get my ass.
You don't know where he went. You asked Bandit. Bandit didn't tell you, and then Bandit turned invisible. So let's go to Bandit. So you're sitting there trying to figure out where Bandit went because you were going to ask him where Yogurt went. Then Bandit disappeared. So you know Bandit's invisible now. Bandit, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go where Yogurt went.
Yogurt turned invisible without saying where he went.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the door creaked open.
It was already open. It's been open this whole time.
It didn't
Wrong door.
click shut, but he had to have like moved it open a little bit more, I assume.
Sure, you're walking in that direction. Do you take it? You get to the door, and we'll say at this point Yogurt is reading. You turn and look down the hallway. At this point, you do see. We'll say that when you get to the hallway, you see her kind of push the door to be almost closed behind her.
Well, that's movement. And all the other doors in the hallway are closed.
Yep, except the one behind you.
I guess I'll
So this
go the
is
other
a
way.
completely enclosed hallway, right? Aside from the one door. I guess I will probably like go to that door and peek into the room. And so as not to disrupt the timeline that we've already established, I won't open it. I'll just kind of be looking in, trying to see what I see until she opens it.
Yeah,
and
you're
I, like,
looking
quickly
in, and she's just kind of sitting
dodge
on her
out of
bed,
the way.
kicking her feet, and then she goes, "Oh, I forgot to lock the kegs up." And then she stands up, walks over to the door, and opens it, and you're about to take the door to the face.
You need to run to the kegs. That's what you
dodge
need
out of
to
the way.
do.
Okay, you dodge
He's
out of the
telling
way.
us to go to the kegs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to dodge out of the way of the door, and I'm going to... Oh. How loud would I be if I started climbing the wall?
Probably pretty loud.
Yeah, that'd be pretty loud. Okay. No.
I imagine just a cat like
The best part
scratching
about
at
this
walls.
is Leo. I'm gonna be honest. You are not correct that she's trying to tell you to go to the kegs.
No, she's just doing stuff.
She
walking
is
in and then closing it.
she is trying to
Giving
make
you
sure
the
Yogurt
opportunity
can
to go in.
leave. She's trying to get Yogurt. She knows that someone invisible is in the room. She doesn't know who it is. She's trying to get them an opportunity to leave the room without raising suspicion. And so she is making an open door, but now there's a bunch of other invisible people in the area. So she opens the door. Yeah, I don't know where
I'm
Menadina
not
is.
there.
I guess we'll get into that in a bit.
I went to bedroom route.
Okay,
Bandit's
so
gonna
you open the bedroom
Bandit's
route. So you open. So now another door has been opened. So Ayosha and Dante and Leo are the only ones left. And Leo's just started making a bunch of noise. So he's like, "So, Ayosha, how about the darkness?"
Hell.
Wonder if the weather was
Ayosha, how do you feel about the smothering tide?
You could also just ask about the beer.
I could ask about the beer.
Ayosha, make me up like an aggro persuasion check as you say I hate it.
That's so fucking funny.
Wait, no, this could be good for y'all.
29.
With a 29, you hear a bunch of scraping under the main room as it sounds like a bunch of drow kind of gather under Alyosha.
Oh my god.
If I
More
hear
people
that,
don't have it.
You
are
hate
they
that
like
more people aren't
all
drinking.
from like other rooms?
A good chunk. We're gonna get there. All right. So, Bandit, you almost get hit by a door. You step out of the way. I'm not gonna make you make a save for it. And you see her turn left and open the door to the kegs, and she kind of steps in and goes to close it behind her.
All right, this
If
is
you
where
want to try to
we-
dive through, I will
No.
allow it.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do what. Well, she's walking in. She's walking in, closing the door. Bandit's also not an idiot. However, he's missing some of the context here.
She has left the door open to go into her room.
Exactly. So he's gonna think, oh, she opened the door for me.
All right, you're gonna walk through, and you would yes. At that point,
hell.
Yoga turns around to walk out of the door, and you're about the same height. Just foreheads to foreheads. Just
I whisper as lightly as I can.
Oh my god, you think it's me?
Well, it was pretty damn light, so I didn't hear what you said.
Well, okay, I say it loud enough for you
Yeah,
to hear.
but
What did you say? No. What did you say?
Oh, I
You,
said,
you
Mene,
don't have
get
to
over
whisper
here.
it in the.
Oh, he's okay. So Yulrid's in here and he's looking for Mene. That's not me. I'm gonna step aside.
okay. So you feel in front
Okay,
of you,
hold on.
and you.
I am gonna whisper. What would he whisper? Because he's gonna be like a little shit about this.
Oh my
Damn
god,
it.
this is chaos.
You just felt
And I'm not even there.
You just felt a face full of snot and fur. You think it's Mene? What the hell?
Can I attempt to, like, invisibly, like, grab him and yank him along? Like, I
Disadvantage.
can't see him, but I can
That's-
hear
yeah.
him.
You can reach out and try to like pull him with you. If you grab him, that is considered an attack because it's a grapple. So you will drop your invisibility. You'll have to kind of
Oh, I
like
don't
try to
wanna do
guide
that.
him.
You can tug.
Okay.
Tug, I think, is fine.
Yeah, you can tug at his like clothing, try to find his clothes.
Yeah,
take him
I want to,
off.
like, try and
I mean,
tug
pull
him.
at him.
You're invisible, buddy. Don't make facial expressions at me.
I give you, like, 2 quick tugs,
This
like,
gives.
we're
This
good.
gives. This gives. Bandit.
That's why it's so funny to me.
Mhm.
Tug.
What? We can whisper. Or no, we can't whisper.
Like, I don't
probably
want to
can.
make too much noise.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just follow.
All right, you follow, and I guess we'll jump over. You guys go back to the drinking room. We'll jump over to Mene, who is now in the bedroom area. What are you doing in the bedroom area?
Well, I was trying to find Yogrid, but
You wander
really
around doing this in the bedroom area, and you don't find Yogrid. And then, like 10 minutes later, yeah, we'll say you go back to the drinking room, and you all kind of blip back into existence. And Yogrid has just this look on his face. He's like,
Great.
if he collected all the drow, I was gonna say I could look in the courtyard.
We're still in the
But-
rope trick, right?
no, it is
No.
still up. You
No.
can start climbing up the
I'm
rope trick.
the only one in the rope trick.
Okay,
You
let's
also
let's
made
climb
it-
back into the rope. I want to climb back into the rope. Well,
Yeah, we can climb up into it.
yeah, I want to climb back into the rope trick. That's like the drinking room. That's like the
Alright.
whole story.
You
Okay.
you climb into the rope trick,
I'm gonna
and
I will
levitate
climb into the rope
the
trick.
beer up with us.
All right, I've got info.
as everyone goes in, well, is anyone not going into the rope trick? Important.
I'll stay
Probably-
out.
Yeah.
You
God
stay
damn
out.
it.
Okay. Is
Someone
anyone
should.
pulling the rope up? Because you can pull the rope back up into the trick.
I see no reason why. Because what if they want to get back up to us?
You will want to pull it up.
Yeah.
Pull up
I
the rope.
feel like we're only pulling it up
Are
because he
we
asked us if we're
smart
pulling
enough
it up.
to do that? Yeah. Are we smart enough to do that?
Mm.
Dante's not.
I don't think we would have thought of it if he didn't.
Dante's not, but if Leo gave us a look that says pull up the fucking rope, then
Does
yeah,
the-
I'd
does
probably
the,
do
like,
it.
hole kind of close if we pull the rope up?
Mhm.
Yes, it's invisible. The hole is invisible.
Oh,
You kind
okay,
of just
yeah,
climb to the top of a
Yeah,
rope,
absolutely.
and when you get to the top and
Oh.
your head kind of pulls up the top, you kind of enter into an extra dimensional space. But like to everyone else, your head just vanishes, and then the rest of your body vanishes.
Okay, then yeah, Bandit would
Oh
definitely
yeah,
say
we
we
have
should
to pull
probably
up the
get rid
rope.
of any evidence we're in here. Hide
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so you pull the rope up. Leo's the only one not up there.
So continue making noise and
Leo continues making
attempting
noise.
to
Leo,
hear that
you're
there's
down
more
there,
than just
so
me.
nothing's gonna happen. But just for Leo's information, no one else is gonna know this happens. But Leo, you're there making noise. You're just drinking, like looking around as they're all up in there, and the door gets kind of like rattled on the outside, and then because they're not smart, the door gets rattled on the outside, like the locked door, and then like you hear scraping under the floor, and then the courtyard door opens, and a smothered drow steps in, and he looks around.
Can I help you? Well, that was interesting.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
I'm really glad we pulled the rope up. That interaction could have been more complicated.
The interaction, if you hadn't, would have been he would have walked over to the rope and just started fucking climbing.
But then we can just drop the rope. Well,
you can't. It can only be pulled
Open
up.
the gates.
So
Close the gate.
So you guys are all up there. I will
Open
now
the
let
gate a
Yolgrid
little.
share. I will let Yolgrid share.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say this in like a whisper, or like a whisper. Okay. So what's her name? Bartender lady. Been here a long time. I went in there. I figured I was following Manadina because I thought she was on the same page as me, but it turns out she's an idiot and I'm super smart.
Mana's in there with you.
How?
Yes.
Yes.
Since
Anyway.
I've gone through basically a whole bottle of mead by myself, I'm like, oh, I called you out.
Yeah, Dante's drunk as fuck.
Oh my god, not again.
Okay.
I got
So,
a light buzz.
she's in on it. She understands that things are fucked. Okay? She's been here for a long time. She's heard about Fenrir. Fenrir is her wife.
Okay.
Kelleror did something to her. She doesn't know exactly what, but Kelleror has her in his possession. Also, why don't I just read you? Okay, I gotta remember. Sorry, there's a lot. He's not the only ascendant. There's 3 ascendants. They broke apart at something called the House of Dawn. The House of Dawn. The 3 ascendants broke apart in the House of Dawn, and Kelwar was like a surviving acolyte, and then I guess he must have claimed to be an ascendant, or he is an ascendant now. I don't really know. She doesn't really know either. She's hoping that we can help her, but Kelwar is watching everything.
Is that where you're stopping?
I think so.
Okay, because you're missing something important.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're missing like the most important.
She's forced to leave the House of Dawn. 3 ascendants broke apart. Kelwar is left as a surviving one. Fenrir is in his grasp. She doesn't know what happened. Oh, right. Halig is also an ascendant, and that's why he wants him dead.
Of?
Oh, the ascendant of attrition.
There you go. There you go.
Sorry, I wrote everything down in my brain. By that I mean on my computer, but Yolgrid wrote it all in his brain. You have to like pick it out of him though.
Yeah, I tried to take as good as notes as I could. As well.
I was literally reading verbatim and I just missed it.
Why the fuck they split?
I don't know. He cheated on her or something. She
So
didn't
you
write it.
telling me the super sketchy guy that's seemingly power hungry and making deals such as do this and Oz won't kill you is actually the bad guy? Color me shocked.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now, we don't know if he is the bad guy. There are a lot of bad people in this world, as we've come to learn.
Yes,
All I've learned is that these ascendants have caused the darkness, probably by splitting up.
Oh, we don't know that. We don't know that at all.
That's my theory.
Hey, Leo.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one down there.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm currently the only one down there. Do you want me to do something?
It's an option.
It's an option.
Are we muting or deafening?
Maybe. We'll see what Leo does. I'll continue talking.
You're
Oh
right.
my God, he's
I do
stupid.
have an option. You're right. I do have an option,
He's
but I
gonna
also don't
booby
know when they're
trap-
going to be here.
He's gonna booby trap
and
the
also I
exit.
know that they're listening to me.
No, we're not.
That's so
But-
true.
We're not.
What? I could just do
They
this.
might-
Oh, that's what you mean.
I could do this. I have free will.
Yeah, free will.
I can attempt to do it. I'll make an attempt to do the thing.
Okay. So y'all are still conversing. If y'all wanna, do y'all have anything else you wanna ask Yogrid, who was in the room?
How do we get her out?
I'm gonna share. She knew I was invisible. She's leaving us clues. She knows we're in on it because she knows I was there. Let her lead the way.
Okay.
Yes, I was gonna say
How do you get her out? I wonder. It's almost you'll need something capable of just making her. Also,
I wonder if we use
a
Rex
concern about.
to just take her away. But we need to get her wife out. That's the most
We
important
don't
thing.
know. You don't even know where she is.
You can't
We
get her
don't.
out without technically getting her wife out, because if we take her, he's gonna still know, and then he's still gonna be on our tail.
Wifey's
She can't leave until we get her wife out.
I feel like she's told us everything we need to know. I think we have enough to go off of. We gotta figure out something there, and I am very interested in this Hallig individual. They're intriguing me. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a kind of alligator versus shark situation, or bad guy trying to paint a bad picture of person we should actually be working with before we meet them.
Propaganda.
That's another word for it.
You pay the one.
Excuse me, I thought it was the smothering tithe. Pay the 2.
Guys, both of those are paid to.
Shit.
Oh yeah, propaganda is paid 2.
Bandit doesn't
Yeah,
have
so you're
enough
just
mana.
wrong.
Anyway. What if we leave her?
I also think that was Jared subliminally
message.
trying to tell us that smothering tide is a bad thing by associating with a thing that we all don't like.
I like Smothering Tithe, actually.
You're wrong.
Thanks.
Anyway.
Smothering Tide's a great card.
Yeah.
It is. It looks
Those were
very
6
nice.
study.
Your copy looks nice.
Mine does. Yes, it does.
You know what Tyler's into.
Mhm.
Anyway.
I didn't need smothering tithe to tell us what Tyler was into.
Anyways,
Brady,
so y'all
you
done
were-
questioning Yogrid?
What can we do to help her? I want to make sure we.
Is it
Have
worth helping her?
Well, there's nothing we. I don't think there's anything we can do right now. We just got to go meet this Hallig individual. Figures out what's going on over there.
Indeed.
I think we should.
At the very least, we won't have all these surveyors under the floorboards.
Why do we know Fenrir? As a player, that
We
name
don't.
has come up already.
No, it hasn't.
Mm-mm.
It hasn't?
I think
That
you're
name's never
thinking
been
of-
used.
Mm-mm.
I think Fenrir is a name. I think it's the name of a dog.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Yes,
in
it is the name of a
mythology.
dog in mythology, but someone was talking about Fenrir as a concept in the past week, and I'm trying to remember if that was in
Vingir?
D&D. No, not Vingir.
That was probably me and you sitting here and me going, fuck it. I'm tired of coming up with names. Naming this one after the dog.
Oh, yes, it was. Okay, cool. So I haven't heard of this name before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you for clarifying
Why are
that.
you tired of
I
coming
was-
up with names? Are we?
Do you know how many names I
Exhausting
have?
you?
You know how many names I've
Enough.
made?
Enough.
I'm
I've
sorry.
named more people than your average, like, 10
Parent.
generations of mothers will.
A lot of mothers.
That's like the size of Rhode Island.
All right.
What the fuck is a Rhode Island?
You
Oh,
all
God.
continue questioning Yolgrid and trying to come up with what you will do about Trenthia and her
Loudon, we are
wife
deafening and using
Fenrir.
the bathroom.
Deafen,
The rest of you
deafen, I'm gonna go
are gonna
piss.
deafen, except Leo.
I will.
Hi, Leo. Can you believe that this happened
so quickly?
so quickly? All right, Leo is left alone, and he realizes that he has a task that was given to him.
And he's already completed said task.
Yeah, he should inform.
Mm-hmm. He will attempt to reach out to the darkness.
So are you stepping outside?
I suppose that's what I will have to do.
Right.
Is stepping outside.
You unlock the front door.
Yeah.
You walk over to the darkness. Do you brush against it? What is your approach?
I'm gonna buff myself up first, and then
Okay.
probably attempt to
All right.
communicate with it, which is brushing against it.
You brush across
I'm
it. Make
forgetting-
me a wisdom saving throw.
I was
After,
saying
with your buffs. With your buffs.
I'm trying to remember what my other buffs are because
think
I
you
can
have
give
a
myself a
D4.
D4 there.
I think you have a
I can
D4.
also cast guidance on myself, right? I can do
Guidance
both.
isn't saving throws.
Is it? Oh, is it saving throw?
Guidance is
It's
not saving throws. It's ability checks. Because that would put it into
Yeah, it is
Bardic
ability
Inspirations.
checks.
That would push it way too far into Bardic
yeah.
Inspirations category.
Do I have anything else that I have that I can buff myself up with? I don't think so. I have
I think
heroism. I don't think that does anything.
Heroism would also give you a buff.
Is
I think
it?
it's another D4.
I don't.
Pretty sure
recall. I thought
Heroism's
it
another
was-
D4.
It's frightened. No, it's just HP and frightened. I'm
Oh,
getting frightened and get
okay.
that. I don't think Sanctuary does either. So yeah, it's just gonna be the D4 for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't buff myself any further.
Make your wisdom
This plus
save.
a D4. Where's D4? There's D4. Okay, let's see how this goes. And it's wisdom save, so that's a +8. I can math 24.
24 is good enough. You feel the draw again of like the cold dark as it tries to pull you away, but you focus your will to a point of this being that you've spoken with before. You don't know exactly who it is, but you will a connection between you and this creature until eventually, as you're sitting there, sweat starts to drip down your brow. You feel the connection get easier. You feel like nothing is trying to pull you away. And you hear the familiar voice once again. You reach out. So soon. You require something.
I require nothing, but I wish to inform you that my task has already been completed.
What?
I know what Yogurt is seeking, what his crystal or whom is in said crystal or communicating with him. It seeks. They seek technologies of the past. Sounds like it's some powerful objects. Not anything in particular, but
They seek. I'm beginning to understand. When
understand what?
you will not be permitted entry into the sanctuary when attack is held.
Room in the sanctuary. What sanctuary?
It is kept safe under faith.
Sanctuary in Vangir.
You would most easily locate it by completing this other task.
Other task. The one that we're on right now. You know of it.
Yes.
How do you know of it?
My knowledge is vast.
Who are you? I take it you're not this other ascendant we're after.
The ascendants should not be too deep of concern for your task. You must focus on what I do.
Right. I see.
The tech could still be of use to us. I don't know exactly what his bad plan is, but we might be able to take advantage of it.
All right.
When you destroy her, I will consider it an act of proof that you have joined in our methods. One of my agents will be in touch after its destruction. They will assist you in strengthening your power bond.
I see.
We shall bring in peace. It's what your wife would want. And the
Indeed.
connection drops away.
The connection stops? Is that what you said? Okay, you're still.
Have enough force to pull back and take a deep breath as you come back to yourself. Oh shit.
You're still on the thing. I was like, you're still on the thing. I understand.
Yeah, the
you.
connection
You're
drops
still on the
away,
thing.
and you are, the connection drops away. You're brought back to yourself. You take a deep breath, and you walk back inside. Quickly lock the door. When you go to walk back inside, there's like a drow staring at you, touching the darkness from like under the thing, and you kind of look at it, and it goes.
I just nod. Give it a thumbs up.
The tide shall provide.
The tide shall provide.
And then it just goes back under the building.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right, I think we're good.
I wasn't watching, but I just saw Jared just go,
Mm-hmm.
and that was beautiful.
Michael, Ayosha,
Michael.
the other one.
how do we gotta come up with a better way to do this, man? Like, okay, he's seen us. Let's just continue. All right.
Seen us. He's
You
just
guys come
trolling
down
us.
from the rope trick as the spell's about to end. You've communicated whatever you need to communicate. And say, unless y'all have a plan to do anything else, y'all long rest.
I was doing something,
Okay, what is Bandit doing?
finishing the beer.
Okay, you finish. Does anyone else help drink the beers? I know Ayosha
Yeah, I
is.
want some beer. I haven't even had
There
any
are
yet.
12 of them. Let's get a.
I don't give two fucks. I'm participating.
Yay!
All right, so everybody gets two because everybody's
Ayosha
participating.
Social drinking.
All right, you guys get
It's
nice
only
and
two, it's fine.
enjoyably buzzed. There are 12 different invisible ways to say invisible creature written on all of the cups.
My favorite was the unperceivable gnome.
And then you all make your way to the bedrooms to rest.
Nothing. Do we just hear scratching throughout the night?
Yeah, every now and then.
All right, I'm making AirPods or earplugs of some kind.
Yeah.
Oh wait, never mind. The tiny hut isn't soundproof.
At one point,
Creatures
I'm
are
gonna see
really
if Duergar
stupid.
wants to do anything.
If I want to do anything?
okay.
Yeah. Do you want to test out and see who your
Loud and clear,
Oh,
all
okay.
deafened.
god is?
No, you don't need to deafen.
I wish you hadn't said that.
Because you'll have heard you'll have heard this one during the night if they do this.
Yeah,
You're gonna
no, I
wake
mean,
me up
I
in the
need to
middle of
do
the night.
it.
Also,
Yeah.
who's taking
Mhm.
first watch?
You're in a building.
So
I hope you're ready for just a list of things and
All right.
bullshit.
So what do you do first? Because he said yes.
He did say yes.
Say yes.
So I suppose first things first is
are there enough beds
god,
for all
who
of us?
who are all of the I think we had a small list of those that were there. I know the first thing that Leo's gonna have him do is just stand in a very shadowy spot while he
Okay.
thinks of other things to do.
Okay, I stand in the corner.
Okay. So you're
And
standing in the
you-
corner, and you're supposed to be
Yes,
praying.
Zella.
You tell him.
Yeah.
He's supposed
Oh,
to
you
be.
need to
sorry.
be praying. You need to be
Oh,
praying
my
to
bad, my
Zella
bad.
in this case.
To Zella? Who's Zella?
The god of shadows. Well,
Okay.
eldritch being of shadow. Lady of shadows.
How do I? Okay, I guess I pray to the god of the shadows.
I love Zella.
And while
So
he does
much.
that,
I would
he's
die
going
for
to be
her.
like, okay,
You don't feel anything.
now
Okay.
I'm going to. Do I have additional things on me other than
Rip Zella.
my mace? Nope. All right. Now I'm going to ask you to bear pain.
Okay, how are you gonna do that? Like spicy food or?
No, either we can do this with my mace. You can use your rope dart. You're just going to need to be praying to the god of pain, Thorax.
Okay, so I don't want to do this twice. So let's tell me what I need to be praying to, and I'll. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
More
sure.
than
You
one
need to be praying
Everlast.
to
For
Thorax.
context, are you doing this in the middle of the night when you think the rest of us
Yeah.
are asleep?
Yep.
Or are you
Yeah,
doing this?
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Jared, what's the roll to like not get woken up by whatever the fuck they're
We're getting
doing?
there.
Oh,
Yogurt's gonna have to keep it in.
Go for it.
Oh.
Hit me.
Do you want me to just roll damage?
Yeah, just roll damage. He's taking it. Yeah, doesn't have his
So-
armor on.
Yeah. And you're just letting me smack you with my mace, I'm assuming?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do it
I'm
like
trusting you.
I'll do it 3 times.
Three
times?
times?
Yeah, 3
right, all right.
times.
You want to smite him while you're at it?
I don't have that. I'm not a paladin.
Branding smite, bro. What's the damage?
A 2, a 2, and a 2.
All right, 6. Plus your strength.
A 1, a 1, and a 1.
All right, so you take 6 damage because you can't do negative modifiers on this. What? Can you? I think you can.
KB did.
Yeah. So you do 3 damage.
I think you just can't go under.
Yeah, you can't go below 0. You do 3
take 3.
damage to him. So it's like it's like bruises a little bit. Make me a con save to see if you keep the pain in.
I'll do some more.
This should be 3 different con saves.
No, it's just a
That's
DC 3.
Actually, what is my con mod? I actually have no idea. The save
It's a
Do.
DC3, so I'm
8.
8? All right. You're
No,
like,
actually, I have advantage for something.
For
sure.
Constitution?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's only for charmed or stunned. Never
Poison.
mind.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So
Yeah.
it hurt a little, but you don't like scream or anything. You're like that was the best he could do. Because like
No.
he
It was
caught you off guard
painful.
too. He kind of caught you off guard, like you weren't ready for it, and it still barely hurt.
I will now guiding bolts his back.
Oops. No, I'm like, I stopped praying for a second. I'm like, Leo, I understand you're trying to go easy on me here.
Oh, you best continue. 12.
12. All right, now your DC's a 12.
Oh, do I have to save?
Yep.
Even though
Yep.
I'm taking it? Okay.
No, you're saving to not scream.
21.
21? Okay, that one did hurt, but you.
Praying to. Okay.
You don't feel
Do I
anything.
feel anything?
How much more health do you have?
How much should I take?
12.
So far, you've
plus
taken
3,
15.
15. He's got a lot left.
15? I've got plenty of health.
Okay, and then I'm gonna blast 2 more Eldritch Blasts at him.
What the fuck?
This is so funny.
So he's like, ooh, that was. Okay, 15 damage. Make,
Alright, what's next?
Make another save. You're like, what's next? Boom!
18.
And you hold it
Oh,
again,
yeah.
still doesn't scream.
I tried.
That's another 18.
And at this point, you're kind of like, okay, it's not working.
All right.
How much damage was that again?
12 plus 15 plus 3, 30.
Yeah, 30. 30 total. Over the course of like 20-ish seconds, give or take.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
You're a little bruised, but
hurt.
Yeah,
you're in a
I'm
long
happy.
rest.
Yeah, you're gonna long rest. You'll be fine. Who else would be here? I know we saw the acid, but I don't have acid on me. I currently can't do necrotic damage.
Okay, hold on.
He's
You
already been
have someone who
drinking.
can.
Did you say acid?
It did.
I mean, I pull out some more mushrooms.
Not that kind of acid. Holy fuck, dude.
Not those. I meant like the ones that we saw in like the acid mixture that we saw in the
Oh.
temple.
Fuck,
That.
homonym. I understand.
Yes.
Homophone, whatever the fuck. it is.
Homophone. Yes. Not that. I doubt righteousness.
So let's just see how many times you can use that word.
Yes.
I suppose I go with fear next. What are you afraid of, Yulgrid?
What am I afraid of?
Yes.
That's a deep question. Do I have to answer?
If you wish
Or
to
is it
know.
sufficient to just think about it?
I mean, we can try that, but being fearful for the end of your life, for your loved ones, all of this fear, the true things that you're scared of, think about those while you're praying to the everlasting fear, praying to Fulkin.
I have to pray while I do this. So
Yes.
Yulgrid... I'll say it out loud. Yulgrid is going to think of bodies being brought in to the Noble Heart Hospital. And he sees his parents.
While he does this, I'm going to
Yes.
cast Hold Person on him. So
Oh,
he
that's fucked
cannot
up.
move.
Really fucked up.
Oh.
Oh, you gotta fail to save.
Mm-hmm. Is
I'll fail
DC...
to
Oh, you were
17.
okay. You failed to save. If you say you failed to save,
Yeah, if he's casting something, I'm going to fail the save. I'm going to willingly fail.
all right. So now you're paralyzed.
Oh dear.
And
You're paralyzed.
I am
while you're
praying to
thinking
the god of
this.
fear as I'm watching my loved ones partially consumed, carried in. I like
God.
imagining like the room with the corpses being brought to the Myconids.
Are we in the pile of corpses?
That you're probably there. Dante isn't.
I'm probably not.
Bene's not.
I know damn well I'm not.
Mine's the one that did it.
Bene's carrying the bags.
The darkness
you-
isn't closing in. Yeah,
Nothing.
go for it.
Nothing, man.
Nothing. Oh,
No tug.
no tug, but I am Do I have to make a con save to like not make noise and cry?
Charisma save.
Yeah, sure. Make me a charisma save. Yeah, to like keep
Charisma
your composure.
Okay, that's
Stay
a
cool.
12.
12?
12 to stay cool.
Yeah, you stay cool. You come out. You're rattled, but you stay cool. When he finally drops the spell, like a minute later,
Mm-hmm.
That was
and Leo's like,
Alright.
"Well,
Anything? You're good.
no. I feel horrible, but no.
Who's the?
I know of one other, but you'd have to be okay with it. And trust me.
To do this far? What one other?
Well, I'll have to kill you.
You'll have to kill me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Ripknock. The everlasting death.
Jared's face.
I don't think that's the correct answer.
So I'm gonna roll intelligence here, just to like give myself some agency in this.
That's totally fine.
I'm just 18. Look, I appreciate your help, but Leo, I don't think it's the everlasting death.
If you are so certain.
Is there anything else?
suppose.
Any other everlast that you know? Surely you've studied.
I mean, I have. I'm just trying to think of the ones that are connected to the Underdark. Like
No.
how you said you felt connection at that one time. when
Yeah,
you entered
actually,
the
good point.
temple.
Can I roll
I'm-
history to see if I remember the different?
you've done this
things at
before,"
the
and I said
temple?
yes.
You have done this.
No,
Mhm.
I know, but like the specific ones, so I can like.
Yeah, I told you
Right
could,
now.
but is it just not in your notes?
Oh, I mean, they're probably in my notes.
I'm trying to remember the ones because, like, I half remember, but I think there was like a couple. I don't think Case was there. Micah wasn't there.
I'm gonna say I didn't think they were in there.
I can
Is
bury you.
I was like,
I can
bury
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 you.
you. Holy fuck.
Actually, maybe not here.
yeah, because it's not here. I have Lifration written down, but that's
Oh,
not
they got a
correct. I know that's only
Life.
one of them.
life. I'm not
Right.
sure how we would.
I don't even
test
know how you
life.
would test that.
I'll have to live you.
Nah, sorry. I think I did that one. I got that one covered.
Backstory.
No,
Let's
I'm
go
not
back to
doing
that fucking
that.
church.
No,
Of life.
no.
I could try that one. There were others in there though. That I don't
Lifration.
have written
No.
down.
You guys should try the Devil of Marriage.
Marriage. I
That's
think
so fucking
of them.
funny.
Is he gonna
But I don't
bury
think
him
that-
there?
I don't expect marriage to be the correct answer either.
I could tell you, but I have to bury
Unlikely.
you.
I think we are about at an end then. I don't know if burying you would help.
Fuck it. Kill
I-
me. It's gonna weigh on my conscience. Kill me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wild statement.
Well then.
He's so stupid.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
gonna weigh on my. If we
I'll
get
just
anything else,
Eldritch blast him till he's dead.
Okay, Yolgrid, make me a con save DC 21.
I mean, I want to fail it. Oh, I see.
Are you sure you want to fail it?
That's it's 7.
Okay, so Yogurt starts like screaming in the middle of the night. Everyone
Oh,
make
cool. So you
me
get to wake up
a
to,
DC
Leo.
18 roll to see if you're above it, you manage to stay asleep. You need a
Literally
19 or a
beating them-
20.
Oh, I rolled a fucking like 4.
Beating the
What's
meat
that
off of
bracket?
Leo. Or beating the meat off of Yogurt.
No, hold
Great.
on. That's not a homophone. That's just.
So
That's
you're
just
you're
homo.
beating the meat off. Oh,
That's
Dante
not a
stays
homophone,
asleep.
That's just homo.
So
You did?
To set the scene,
Dante stays asleep.
so to set the scene, we wake up in the middle of the night to
You hear
watch
just
Leo
Yogurt
kill Yogurt.
screaming. You guys
watch
rush around the corner,
And then I revivify him.
you rush around the corner, and what you witness as you throw Yogurt's door open is you see Leo standing over Yogurt, just eldritch blasting him, like over and over and over again until
But
he's no longer
Yogurt
screaming.
is like sitting there praying.
Yeah,
as I'm doing
Yogurt looks like he's sitting there praying as he's like behind him, just blasting him to death. And then like Leo looks like he's waiting a little bit after he stops screaming, and then he revives him.
I take a
I
pillow
choose
and
to
I put it over
believe
my head and then just try to go back to sleep.
I choose to believe he looks around the corner, sees us, and then revives him. So it looks like we just watched him execute Yogurt, and like, oops, my bad.
Give me one good reason why I should not blow both of you into next year.
Yogurt, you felt
Do I feel
nothing,
anything
and
different?
also when you died, just like with Bandit, for a short moment it was nothingness. There was no afterlife. It was just darkness. Your soul was just in the void, just like with what happened to Bandit.
That's so funny. Give
Nothing
me
when
one
I came back to life either.
good reason.
Yeah, when you came back, you felt nothing in the prayer.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
you
were
can cross
just-
off both life and death.
fair enough. Leo pulls up
Yeah,
a
he
note.
says that, and Yogurt, he says you can cross up both life and death, and Leo pulls a notebook out of his pocket, and he's like,
If you
Your
needed
extra
to
last of
test life or
medicine?
death, you could have called me. I got the damn weapon for it.
This is true,
I
but I
think
had
we
to
did
know.
just fine.
Is this some kind
And you gotta
of
explain what the fuck this is. And why you
kind
woke
You
of
heard
me
the
up.
priestess
gnomish
at
tradition?
the last town when we first got here.
Mm-hmm.
Yulgrid is blood cursed by one of the gods. We're attempting to find out which one.
Ah,
This
at 2 a.m.
Unfortunately, I don't think we've.
We'll say
figured
that
it out.
it's two
Ruled out a few of
bedrooms, and there's 6 of you, so there are 3 bedrooms. Who's sharing a room with Dante?
I'll do it.
Ayosha, you roll over because you're like, it's just keeping you awake, and you roll over, you're like, can you believe these people? And Dante's just,
Oh, infuriating.
I suppose I don't have much else to guess.
and y'all
right
just
now.
decided to believe her?
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
She didn't have anything to really go off of at that point. She wasn't lying to us in any capacity.
I wonder if the
I guess
medic
y'all
in the
did not
morning-
see the actual damage the everlasting deceit has done to Opalbum, so
Oh, I very much did.
But what of what?
Oh, is that what happened that night? Oh.
You said there's an
and
everlasting
yet you just
deceit.
believe whatever people say?
That there is.
Okay.
No.
Okay, hold on. How many fingers am I holding up? And I start praying.
somebody gonna answer him?
3.
And incorrect. Nope. Only
5.
7. I have 7 fingers on this hand being held up. And I'm praying to the god of deceit.
With this one, you don't feel anything.
Thank God.
Leo, I think you hit him a bit too hard.
I mean, I did kill him. So.
Yeah, I'll say this again. Is there any god of everlasting medicine? I'd love that right about now. Can we try that one?
There is.
Oh yeah, you have 1
Maxon.
HP right now.
Maxon is.
Oh, I've got a
god
horrible
of-
idea. I've got a horrible idea.
What is Bandit thinking of?
Bandit is thinking, first of all, there is a everlast of nature. Second of all, he has those mushrooms.
No,
Again?
he's already.
Again?
I've already told him no.
Yogurt has the mushrooms.
Bandit could just speak up.
He's definitely
I
going
will
to.
cure wounds
Alright.
on Yulgrid.
Yeah, I pray to the god of medicine.
Did-
Not that that's
No,
really
like-
medicine, but
Nothing.
I mean, I just came back alive. Okay.
Did you guys try Nilare?
No, we have not. There's not a
Nature,
whole lot of
right?
nature in here.
What do you mean there's not a lot of nature? Can't you see the nature? And I point out like a window at like the stalactites and the stalagmites. What do you call that?
Those are rocks.
Underground.
Nature.
Those are rocks.
Dude,
Out on
That would be
educated.
Guilelith, the god of Earth. The everlast
Correct.
of Earth. Not
Mhm.
Nulare.
you could try Goof, the Everlast of War.
Goof?
I mean,
Who the fuck is Goof? I know a Geoff, but not a Goof.
Working out that he's just heard it pronounced wrong so many
Like-
times.
Meme image of Geoff and he's like, goof.
My name's
don't think that's
Geo.
quite how that would work.
You know, considering maybe let's. God, I can't using brain cells for hot
I
second here.
think we're fine to call it a night, and we can try to do some more in the morning.
You can add one for the next time.
What would that be?
Maybe Lisbyra. Considering that his stupid crystal gives off light. Mayhaps.
Maybe that would be a good idea.
Man, are you well versed on the
Do I
Everlast?
pray to light? I'm literally.
I'm
in the
aware of a
darkness.
couple of them, but
Bask
not many.
in the light,
Is
as
there
much
an
light as
Everlast
you
of
can.
Stupidity?
We'll put a ton of lights around you, a bunch of candles,
What's
torches.
Bandit?
Is there an Everlast?
Maybe the
of,
fire then too.
Moronicism?
Fire. I know fire.
I wish.
Gesnir would be.
Well, I figured
a
you
good
probably
one
could have
as
ruled
well.
that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Light him on fire.
I could light
Don't
him on
light me.
fire.
I don't think that's gonna help because instead of
I mean, it would get the god of fire out of the way.
Oh, yeah, the Everlast of Fire. Leo, set me on fire.
I set
Why
you
are
on
you
fire.
getting
why
set
would
on
you
fire?
ask Leo to do it when Dante exists?
I don't know. That's just the thing we're doing so far. Dante's asleep too.
Alright. You
Which
guys
is true.
wrap up
I
for
think
the
we're
night.
good though.
You make your way. You wake up in the morning. Trinthia serves a small breakfast, and she's like, "Oh, did y'all sleep well? It was a breezy night last night. At one point, my door blew open. It was very strange."
It was very bizarre.
I watched Leo beat
Odd
Yulgrid to
indeed.
death.
Yeah, I also heard screams in the middle of the night. Did one of you have nightmares?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
No,
didn't hear
it
any
comes with the
snoring.
territory of stretchy ropes.
Yeah,
I
you could
won't-
call it that. Use
I
good
won't
content.
ask.
Great idea.
that's a good
Actually,
idea.
the best idea. Idiots.
What kind of
Well-
breakfast is this?
It's more cabbage.
I'm okay with
you
this. I
know
don't give two
what's
fucks.
Please.
Oz couldn't be happier. Gimme.
It's cabbage that was like boiled in ale.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, Bandit was a little hungover. This'll help.
You guys make your way. She guides you to the door. She's like, "Remember, you have to bring Hallig's head back to Kelleror."
Don't worry, I've got all the notes in my diary.
Yes.
You have a diary?
Yeah, actually, I'm not
Lawfully guided.
surprised about his diary. His parents
Wait,
talked about
aren't
it.
we waiting for a
before.
priest?
Yes.
At this point,
And a
a
scout.
priest just kind of, she goes, "Oh, I was the info that you were missing.
Oh.
I don't know about." And then a priest just kind of walks out of the darkness and just walks towards Bandit doing this.
Eyes really don't like your grabby hands, but that's
I think he
purely
wants
healer.
uppies.
I'm
He's
the
like
only one who can provide
several feet
those.
taller than me. You think I could give that uppies?
He walks over to Bandit.
Unlikely.
He's just still walking towards you. You gonna just let him walk at you?
Does he seem? I mean, he's consumed, I assume.
Yes, he's consumed.
Fucking trust the process, I guess.
He walks over and he goes,
And?
it's just holding Bandit off the ground.
Oh, he gave Bandit uppies.
Are you just gonna use the healer? Do you know any kind of healing?
Take your time.
My kidney's still kind of hurt.
Do we
I'm
need
going
to
to-
follow him?
And then you see, and then you feel like a bit of healing magic come into you as he casts regeneration.
No, keep doing it.
And then he puts you down and he
shake.
turns around and he walks into the darkness.
What level was that?
Regeneration is the right level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's the right level. Will's calling me shocked that worked.
I'm actually also kind of surprised.
Uh-huh.
Interestingly, yeah.
You know, my gallbladder's hurting. Menadina, can you try that?
Just fucking deck him. Your
I'll do it if you
gallbladder's
add
hurting.
another. I'll do it. You know what? I won't even say anything. I'll just walk up and I'll pick him up.
Oh shit! I didn't think she.
Just like shaking him.
No,
Do
turn
you
him upside
shake
down. Turn him
him?
upside down. Turn him upside down.
Do you shake him?
Trintai is just standing there like, you all
He
are.
asked.
Yep. Okay.
We're not from here. If that wasn't obvious.
Well, you need to go west. So I head down the western road and pay attention to the road signs. They'll point you in the right direction to get to the places that I told you should go to. Yerafi and the northwestern areas. All right.
Mhm.
Bye bye. She closes the door.
Oh, I didn't
I
get to say
appreciate
goodbye.
the cabbage.
My cabbages.
You guys head
Is
west.
anyone getting seconds?
Yeah.
You all head west. Pull up the map. We're gonna wrap up here in a second, but I want to end at a specific spot, so I'm trying to get there. All right.
Mhm.
You all head west. It's about a day's journey. About half for about a day you travel, so a little bit over 8 hours,
Mhm.
maybe 10 hours. About halfway through, you get to a town. The sign says Jesperono, and I'll send the screenshot of the new map later, but it says Jesperono. If y'all want to stop here, you can. That'll be the end of the session, or you can continue through to the west. This is very much not west. This town is pretty dead. Around it, there are a bunch of farms where it looks like they're growing cabbages. There's a bunch of smothered, kind of walking around mindlessly, kind of taking care of the crops. Just as just as Leo predicted, it seems that Kelleror is controlling a good chunk of these to just make food for his people.
Mm-hmm. As expected.
This is an interesting metaphor for society, Jared. Thank you. Thank you for this.
You make your way further
I don't know if I
west
like
if you
this
don't stop
map.
in Jesperano.
We'll continue.
And
Or at least I can.
by the end of the day, you cross over the Minth River. I think is what it's called. It's been a bit.
Yes.
Cross over the river and into the other side of Vengir. And a sign that points north says South Salt Mines, Yinlis, which Yinlis is one of the towns she said that you might be able to find Halligan. and then it says south, House of Dawn. And that is where we will end the session. All right. We appreciate for
What
those
a
of you who stopped
fucking
by.
legend.
You all are great. We will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, probably.